Are you ready for the ultimate Zarpado compilation facts? Subscribe and let's start. The Rimac Nevera is the fastest accelerating electric car on the planet. It hits 60 miles per hour in under 2 seconds and reaches 250 miles per hour in around 21 seconds. This high-performance electric beast proves that electric tech can now outrun any combustion engine ever built. 4 German university students turned the front of a 15-story building into a giant video game screen using LED lights. They recreated the classic game Tetris, with pieces falling in real time that players controlled from the ground. The project didn't just break a record, it brought nostalgia and smiles to an entire city. A quiet night in Portugal turned into a celestial show when a meteor streaked across the sky, caught on camera by hundreds of people. The blazing fireball lit up the sky for several seconds before burning out completely. Experts confirmed it was a chunk of space rock entering the atmosphere at high speed, with zero damage caused. On its Redmond campus, Microsoft built the quietest room on Earth. This space absorbs sound from every direction, killing off almost any echo. The silence hits a record level of negative 20.6 decibels, going past what the human ear can even detect. Inside, you can hear your own heartbeat, your blood flowing, and your joints moving. In India, elephants have gotten so smart they block sugarcane trucks just to steal the cargo. This behavior has stunned researchers with its sheer cunning and planning. The elephants recognize which trucks are hauling sugarcane and have learned to ambush them on the road, showing off some seriously impressive brain power. There's a fabric called Nano Tech, made for backpacks, jackets, and military gear. It's built from a special nylon with an inner layer that reacts to heat and friction. If it gets punctured, just rub the damaged spot and the fibers fuse back together, sealing it shut. This breakthrough could cut down on waste and completely change the textile industry. In Matamata, New Zealand, you'll find Hobbiton, the village built for filming The Lord of the Rings. With hobbit homes, manicured gardens, and the famous Green Dragon Inn, the set became a permanent tourist hotspot. Thousands of visitors now walk the same paths as Frodo and Gandalf. You can even grab a hobbit beer right there on site. The outer edge of the human iris has a dark ring that subtly stands out, sharpening the look of your eyes. This is called the limbal ring, and it's linked to youth and attractiveness. Almost invisible to most people, it helps define the shape of the eye. A fascinating little detail nature hides right in front of us. The sun looks yellow or orange, but it's actually white. Its light contains every color of the visible spectrum, and out in space, it shines pure white. As that light passes through Earth's atmosphere, the blue tones scatter away, leaving the reds and yellows behind. Fontis is a bottle that pulls moisture from the air and turns it into drinking water, perfect for desert environments. It runs on solar power and can even attach to a bike, generating water as you pedal. It can produce up to a pint of water per hour, depending on conditions. Its portability makes it a game changer for anyone facing extreme drought. Seahorses have an incredible visual ability. They can move each eye in completely opposite directions independently. One eye looks forward while the other looks backward, letting them spot prey and predators at the same time. This skill, shared only with a few animals like chameleons, makes them stealthy hunters of the sea. Today, crash test dummies are essential for testing the safety of cars and planes. They trace back to the 1940s, when engineer Samuel Alderson created them to replace human cadavers in military aviation testing. They mimic the weight and structure of the human body. Thanks to them, millions of lives have been saved through better seatbelts and airbags. In Finland, there's a Ferris wheel with a sauna inside one of the cabins. The wooden gondolas come with electric heaters, so while you ride, you get a steam bath with panoramic views of the city. This unique idea blends Finnish sauna culture with modern entertainment, making it one of the country's most one-of-a-kind attractions. Protoclone B1 is a synthetic humanoid robot built with over 1,000 artificial muscles and a polymer-printed skeleton. It was designed to handle household chores like doing laundry, cooking, and vacuuming. Its design mimics human movement, letting it perform tasks that need real precision and dexterity. This creation is seen as a major leap in home robotics, one that could completely redefine the idea of a household assistant. Emma Wren Gibson, born in the year 2017, was the first baby ever born after being frozen as an embryo since 1992, setting the record for the longest frozen embryo to result in a live birth. This incredible case happened thanks to advances in embryo freezing technology. Emma was born through in vitro fertilization, showing just how far science has come. In the year 2012, Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner made history by jumping from the stratosphere at over 128,000 feet. During his free fall, he broke the sound barrier, hitting a speed of 843 miles per hour, becoming the first human ever to do it without any kind of vehicle. His descent was streamed live to millions of viewers around the world. The American Blue Rabbit is a mysterious breed created in 1917 by a breeder named Louis Salisbury, who never revealed exactly which breeds he used. It's suspected he mixed in at least 2 breeds that are now extinct, making its genetics today completely one of a kind. Its coat is a deep silvery blue, highly prized by breeders. It's a living piece of animal genetic history, a true furry mystery. The kobudai fish, found in the waters of the North Pacific around Japan, can actually change sex. When the alpha male dies, one of the females completely transforms her body structure, behavior, and reproductive organs to become the new dominant male. The change is irreversible, can take weeks, and even her face changes during the process. The ocean is full of strange stuff, but the kobudai takes it to another level. In China, rain cannons are used to control the weather during major celebrations, firing chemicals into the sky to trigger rainfall. This cloud seeding technique is used to guarantee good weather for events like the opening ceremonies of the Olympic Games. The cannons launch silver iodide to encourage raindrop formation, though it raises concerns about its long-term environmental impact. Only a handful of species can recognize themselves in a mirror, and dolphins are one of them. They're smart enough to understand that their reflection isn't another animal, it's themselves. This kind of self-awareness, shared with great apes and elephants, shows off their incredible intelligence and complex social lives, making them some of the most fascinating animals on the planet. Some McDonald's locations in China swapped out regular seating for stationary bikes, so customers can pedal while they eat. The bikes generate electricity that can be used to charge phones, promoting awareness about sustainability. It sparked a lot of buzz for blending exercise, technology, and fast food, reflecting a growing trend toward healthier habits in everyday spaces. Some modern power saws have a wild safety feature. The mechanism works by sensing the electrical conductivity of the human body. This system doesn't just prevent serious cuts, it often stops injuries before they even happen. A quiet piece of tech that saved thousands of fingers. The world's largest paintball is located in Alexandria, Indiana. It's been getting new layers of paint since 1977, now weighing in at over 9,600 pounds with a circumference of about 18 feet. What started as an art project has become a tourist attraction that keeps growing, one new coat of paint at a time. The marshmallow experiment, conducted in the 1970s, found that kids who had more self-control, the ones who waited longer for a bigger reward, were more likely to succeed academically and professionally as adults. This study became one of the most cited in psychology, revealing just how powerful delayed gratification is as a predictor of future success. In Indiana, there's a tiny town called Santa Claus. It receives thousands of letters addressed to Santa every single year. Since the mid-20th century, local volunteers have been answering them from the town's post office, decorated in full holiday style. The whole town lights up with festive decorations every December. And funny enough, the name was actually picked by mistake, because Santa Fe was already taken. The Chimera cat has two different sets of DNA, giving it a one-of-a-kind look with different colors across its body and even its eyes. This happens when two embryos fuse together after fertilization, mixing cells from different genetic origins. Chimeras often have patches of different colors in their fur and mismatched eye colors, making it one of the most striking genetic phenomena out there. The red panda was discovered in 1825 by French zoologist Frédéric Cuvier. It's a mammal related to both the giant panda and the raccoon. With its reddish fur and bushy tail, it's one of the most charming animals in the animal kingdom. It spends most of its life sleeping in trees and feeding mainly on bamboo. Sadly, its habitat is constantly under threat from deforestation. A new fashion trend has popularized earrings shaped like flies, designed with insane realism. These pieces recreate the body, wings, and legs of the insect in stunning detail, using resin, metal, and crystals. The result? Eye-catching accessories that spark just as much fascination as disgust. There are people whose job is literally eating dog food, but don't worry, they're not dogs. They're professional pet food tasters. These people sample food made for dogs and cats, checking its taste, texture, smell, and quality. They don't do it for fun. They do it to make sure the food is safe, nutritious, and meets every standard. Most of the time, they chew, analyze, and spit it out. A serious job that makes sure our pets eat well. In Japan, mechanical exoskeletons are being used to boost human strength, especially for elderly people or those with limited mobility. These wearable devices increase a person's ability to walk, lift heavy objects, and perform difficult movements. The PBA Tour Playoffs are a postseason event in professional bowling, where the top players compete for cash prizes and bragging rights. Competitors show off incredible skill with the ball, and the competition turns into a battle of nerves and precision. In Hong Kong, a shopping mall is home to one of the largest Rubik's Cubes in the world. Each side measures about 8 feet, and it can be turned by multiple people at once. It's not just for show, it actually works, becoming a massive challenge for fans of this classic puzzle who get to experience it on a scale we never imagined. The holes in Swiss cheese aren't decorative or random. They form during fermentation when certain bacteria consume lactic acid and release carbon dioxide. That gas creates bubbles inside the cheese as it ages, which then pop when it's cut, leaving behind those famous holes. Modern cheeses actually have fewer holes now because today's processes have fewer impurities, like tiny bits of hay, that used to kickstart that reaction. Giant viruses like the Mimi virus and Pandora virus have completely changed how we understand viral biology. Way bigger than typical viruses, they can rival the size of bacteria. With a far more complex genome, they carry hundreds of genes not found in regular viruses, challenging the very definition of what a virus even is. This whole class raises fascinating questions about evolution and the boundaries of life itself. Sargassum, the seaweed that ruins vacations across the Caribbean, is also home to a fish named after it. This fish has evolved to thrive in sargassum, using the floating algae as both shelter and food. Sargassum has exploded in recent decades due to shifting ocean currents and global warming, and despite the mess it causes on beaches, it's actually vital to many marine ecosystems. Astrophotographer Andrew McCarthy captured one of the most detailed photos ever taken of the moon's craters, shooting images over 2 weeks and stitching them into a single shot. Using advanced telescopes and stacking techniques, he achieved unbelievable clarity. The image shows off insane resolution on lunar craters, mountains, and valleys, giving scientists and space fans a brand new look at our closest neighbor. In China, the robot Gunxiao is changing the game in tea farming. Packed with AI, cameras, and precision sensors, it identifies the most tender shoots and cuts them without damaging the plant. It outperforms human workers, boosting yield, cutting costs, and guaranteeing a consistent harvest that keeps the leaf quality high. In Japan, aviation and art collided to create the Open Sky, a glider inspired by a ship straight out of Studio Ghibli. This futuristic engineless aircraft climbs for about 10 minutes, then glides using air currents. Its design pays tribute to the visual style of films like Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, proving imagination really can take flight. Since the year 2005, camel races in Qatar and other Middle Eastern countries have changed forever. The jockeys now? Robots. This innovation improved animal welfare by ending the use of child jockeys, a practice that raised serious humanitarian concerns. The races are just as thrilling, and owners control the robots remotely from vehicles chasing alongside the camels. In molecular gastronomy, chefs use liquid nitrogen to whip up wild desserts with crunchy textures and jaw-dropping visual effects. This cutting-edge technique is changing the way we experience food, delivering a one-of-a-kind sensory ride. Diners get a feast for all the senses, with dishes that look like they came straight out of a science lab. A culinary revolution that breaks every rule. China unveiled an all-terrain robot dog at the World Artificial Intelligence Conference. This four-legged, wheel-equipped robot was built to handle rough terrain and could revolutionize assistance robotics in tricky environments. Its ability to adapt to uneven surfaces makes it perfect for exploration, rescue missions, and helping out in places humans struggle to reach. The Lazarus motorcycle can ride on the road and fly through the air. Powered by a Maserati engine with wheels that lift up, this bike transforms into a kind of drone, offering a totally unique way to travel, capable of soaring at high altitude and zipping across the ground. It could completely reshape transportation, opening the door to brand new ways of getting around cities and beyond. In New York, the Royal 07 pizza costs $1,000 and comes loaded with luxury ingredients like caviar, lobster, black truffle, and edible gold leaf. This pizza has become a one-of-a-kind dining experience for serious foodies. Made with rare, exquisite ingredients, it's a feast not just for the taste buds but for the eyes too, thanks to its over-the-top presentation. Petra, in Jordan, is an ancient city famous for its architecture carved straight into rock and its advanced water system. Established as the Nabatean capital around the 4th century BC, it was a major hub of trade and culture in the desert. The Nabateans, its founders, built a network of channels and cisterns to manage water in this harsh, dry environment, recognized as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. One of the narrowest streets in Italy is in Ventimiglia, just over 15 inches wide. This quirky little street has drawn curious tourists from all over, thanks to its insane narrowness. People literally have to walk sideways to get through, adding a fun challenge to any visit. Despite its tiny size, it's a perfectly preserved symbol of medieval Italian urban design. White canes for the blind come in different colors that signal different disabilities. A white cane means the person is blind, white with red means deaf-blind, and green means low vision or reduced mobility. These canes don't just help users navigate and detect obstacles. They also let people around them quickly understand the disability in public spaces. The yellow-headed parrot, native to South America, is famous for its insane ability to mimic artificial sounds like power saws, drills, phones, and alarms. This skill shows off some serious vocal talent and impressive intelligence. In the wild, it adapts to the sounds around it by reproducing them to blend into its environment. One of the most skilled parrots when it comes to copying complex sounds. Julian Voss-André creates sculptures of human figures that vanish depending on the angle you look from. They appear as full figures from some angles and completely disappear from others. This creates a totally unique visual experience that connects art with nature. His work highlights the relationship between art, perception, and environment, pushing the boundaries of traditional sculpture. At the Paralympic Games, blind sprinters compete at the highest level alongside specialized guides. They run tied together at the wrist, syncing every step at incredible speeds. The guide signals when to speed up or slow down, and can never cross the finish line before the blind athlete. These duos train for months to reach that perfect rhythm. The race becomes a choreography of speed and total trust. In Bangladesh during holidays, hundreds of people climb onto the roofs of trains illegally because they can't get tickets. This dangerous practice causes serious safety issues. Passengers risk falling, collisions, or even electrocution from high-voltage power lines. Authorities try to crack down on it, but it remains common during certain times of year. The Yuanyang rice terraces in China's Yunnan province span over 59,000 acres across mountain slopes carved by the Han people over centuries. The fields change appearance with the seasons. In winter, they look like mirrors of water. In spring, they fill with green sprouts. In summer, they turn deep emerald. And in fall, they shift to gold. There's an AI app called Goku with a wild feature. It turns your everyday photos into Renaissance-style portraits. Using advanced tech, it applies the artistic techniques of that era, giving modern images a fun, creative twist. The results are stunning, turning selfies into classic masterpieces in seconds. An innovative way to merge artistic history with today's technology. The Yoto player is an audio player made specifically for kids, with no screen, no camera, and no microphone. It works using physical cards that kids insert to listen to stories, music, or educational content. It avoids ads and doesn't need a constant internet connection, keeping things safe. Its whole design is meant to spark imagination and active learning in young kids. Pixel makeup is a wild new trend where people do their makeup so their face looks like it's made of pixels. This style has exploded on social media thanks to the crazy visual effects it creates, making people look like retro video game characters brought to life. A fusion of digital tech and cosmetic art that completely messes with your perception. Sakura Lucy, a talented Chinese makeup artist, is known for jaw-dropping transformations where she turns herself into famous athletes and celebrities. With insane skill in makeup and prosthetics, she recreates the faces of well-known personalities, pulling off transformations that leave people speechless. Han Restaurant in Singapore took dining to a whole new level by serving noodles on floating chopsticks. This concept defies gravity and has become a one-of-a-kind attraction. Diners get to watch their noodles seemingly levitate before being served, creating a magical, jaw-dropping moment with every dish. Science, technology, and food coming together in one unforgettable experience. The collective circle threw an electronic music set over 9,800 feet up in the Swiss Alps. The event took massive logistical effort to haul sound equipment and keep everything running in extreme cold. The mountain landscape became the natural stage, drawing thousands of viewers through live streams from around the world. Astronaut Scott Kelly smuggled a gorilla costume onto the International Space Station and secretly put it on to prank the crew. The suit was sent to him by his twin brother Mark, also an astronaut. The prank shows off the Kelly brothers' sense of humor. In the year 1951, William Albee developed Rologon tires, an innovation built to tackle tough terrain like snow, sand, or mud. These oversized tires run on low internal pressure, spreading the vehicle's weight more evenly. They were mainly used in Alaska for transport in remote areas. Their design influenced the creation of modern tires built for extreme exploration conditions. The company Royal Deluxe creates massive puppets, some standing nearly 50 feet tall. These giant figures are controlled with pulleys and hydraulic levers, becoming a common sight on the streets of the cities where they perform. The puppets represent mythological creatures, fantastical animals, and human figures. Operating them takes the skill and coordination of dozens of puppeteers working together to pull off smooth, believable movement. In Germany, there's a very special ice cream that looks just like spaghetti, made with vanilla ice cream, strawberry sauce standing in for tomato sauce, and white chocolate shavings as the parmesan. It's a dessert that's both fun and delicious, playing tricks on your eyes. It was invented in Mannheim by Dario Fontanella in the year 1969 and has become a classic at German ice cream shops. The Turda salt mine in Romania is a former salt mine turned into an underground theme park. Located over 300 feet below ground, it offers a one-of-a-kind mix of fun and science education. Visitors can paddle across an underground lake, ride a Ferris wheel, or play mini-golf. The salt-covered walls and purified air create a truly magical atmosphere. One of the largest bicycle graveyards in the world is in China. Millions of abandoned bikes, slowly rusting away, have created a strange and striking work of contemporary art, making the landscape absolutely surreal. What started as a logistical headache for bike-sharing companies turned into a visual symbol of modern overconsumption and throwaway culture. Thanks to AI created by Furkan Atademir, we can now see our favorite superheroes like Batman, Spider-Man, and Superman with a few extra pounds, in a more realistic, human version that breaks the perfect hero stereotype. This text shows off the funny side of artificial intelligence, capable of turning even the most iconic movie and comic book characters into versions we can actually relate to. Back in the year 2020, McDonald's in China sold a burger with a pretty unusual combo: Oreo cookies and Spam. The burger had a sesame seed bun, canned pork, crushed Oreos, and mayo. A bizarre mashup that shocked people by mixing sweet and savory flavors. A perfect example of how local menus can completely defy what we expect from food. Since the year 1960, Peru's Jockey Club has held a very special race. Jockeys run on foot down a 100-meter track instead of riding horses. This quirky tradition has become a crowd favorite, drawing thousands of spectators every year and proving that creativity and humor have a place in sports too. Mix milk with cola and shake it up, and you'll see something wild happen. The acid in the soda curdles the milk, causing the proteins to clump and sink, leaving behind a clear liquid that somehow still tastes like soda. A surprising experiment that shows just how much chemistry plays into our everyday lives, with totally unexpected results from ingredients sitting in your fridge right now. Synchronized swimmer Kristina Makushenko performed one of the most iconic routines in the sport's history, swimming to Michael Jackson's Thriller underwater. This unique performance has been called a true work of art in synchronized swimming, blending athletic precision with the artistic power of one of the most legendary songs of all time. The Sphere in Las Vegas can hold 18,600 people. With 16K LED screens and 4D physical effects, it's become one of the most expensive venues in the entire city. It delivers an unmatched, immersive experience for anyone attending an event there, blending technology and entertainment into something truly one of a kind. The Blackbird is a car built specifically for filming commercials and movie chase scenes. This vehicle can mimic almost any car model without needing to wreck real cars during extreme stunt scenes. Its modular, adjustable design lets directors capture jaw-dropping shots without the cost and risk of destroying actual vehicles in big-budget productions. In the city of Changsha, there's a themed store where everything is giant. Visitors can find French fries several yards long, massive cookies, and oversized noodles. The place has become a tourist attraction with a surreal vibe perfect for photos. None of it is real food, it's all hyper-realistic sculptures, creating an experience that mixes humor, creativity, and stunning visual design. The EHang 216 is an autonomous electric passenger aircraft with a top speed of about 80 miles per hour and a range of around 22 miles. Built to be eco-friendly and safe, it offers a solution to city traffic through air travel. Running entirely on electricity makes it a much more sustainable option than traditional vehicles, with the potential to completely transform urban mobility. Fireproof and waterproof safes are designed to protect documents, cash, and valuables under extreme conditions. They come with a digital keypad for password access and are built with materials that can withstand high heat while staying sealed during floods. They're used in homes and businesses alike to safeguard critical items in case of accidents or natural disasters. Ken Thorns, known as the Last Viking, is a Norwegian man famous for his extreme lifestyle. Risky jumps, extreme sports, and out-of-this-world adventures define his life. His fame skyrocketed thanks to his daring stunts, pushing limits and proving that adrenaline runs through his veins with every move he makes. He's become a viral sensation that inspires people to push past their own limits. Jan Davis, an engineer from Oregon, lost 4 fingers in an accident, but he didn't give up. Using a 3D printer, he built a fully functional prosthetic hand that let him get back to his everyday life. This story shows how modern technology can completely transform lives, helping people overcome physical challenges and fully return to their daily routines. A story of human resilience powered by accessible innovation. Content creators Evan and Caitlin set out to build the world's largest functional laptop. The result was a machine with a screen over 45 inches wide, weighing about 110 pounds, and running on 3 separate batteries. Despite its massive size, the laptop actually works, and it landed in the Guinness World Records. An impressive display of creativity and engineering pushed to the absolute limit. In Eindhoven, Netherlands, the world's first fully 3D printed home was just completed. The house was finished in only 120 hours, showing just how far 3D printing construction technology has come. A milestone that could completely transform the construction industry, making homes faster to build, cheaper, and potentially more accessible for people all over the world. Chan Menang, a 74-year-old bodybuilder from China, is famous for looking incredibly young for his age. His dedication to fitness and healthy living has kept him strong and active, defying everything we think we know about aging. His story is an inspiration for anyone who believes age shouldn't limit physical ability. Discipline and consistency simply don't have an expiration date. The Benz patent motor wagon, patented in the year 1886 by Carl Benz, is considered the world's first automobile powered by an internal combustion engine. This vehicle marked the start of the modern automotive era, a milestone that changed the transportation industry forever. Even though its design was basic by today's standards, it paved the way for innovations that would go on to change the course of history. A hummingbird weighs just 0.1 ounces, about the same as a single penny. Despite being so light, hummingbirds can fly at incredible speeds and pull off complex aerial moves like hovering in place. Their metabolism is one of the fastest of any animal, letting them stay in constant flight while searching for nectar to fuel up. The Rain Room is an art installation that lets you walk through falling rain without getting wet. The system uses cameras to track visitors' movement, and as you approach the water, the nozzles shut off just in time, creating a dry zone around your body. Since the year 2012, this installation has traveled to museums around the world, becoming an artistic and technological sensation. Hawaii isn't just famous for its beaches. It's also one of the best places on Earth to see rainbows. Its tropical climate, frequent rain, and bright sunshine create perfect conditions for single, double, and even triple or quadruple rainbows. In Hawaiian culture, rainbows are seen as symbols of spiritual connection and good fortune. Few places on Earth see them this often, or this vivid. The asteroid Psyche 16 holds reserves of precious metals, especially iron and nickel, worth an absolutely astronomical amount. Located in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter, it's fascinated scientists for years. Its existence has sparked interest from companies and governments, exploring the possibility of mining resources in space. NASA launched a mission toward the asteroid in the year 2023. Eric Franklin is an artist who creates sculptures of human skulls and skeletons using molten glass and neon lights. These stunning pieces come to life in the dark thanks to the unique glow of the neon. His work transforms fragile materials into visually striking art that blends classic craftsmanship with modern technology. The Pika Boost is an adapter that turns any regular bike into an electric one in a snap. This compact device transforms traditional bikes into electric vehicles, giving you pedal assist. With a range of up to 31 miles, it's perfect for anyone looking for an eco-friendly alternative to regular transportation. It installs in just minutes, no technical skills needed. In Serbia, liquid trees have been installed, an innovative biotech solution that purifies the air using microalgae. These trees work like a natural filtration system, absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. This emerging technology could become a powerful tool in the fight against air pollution in cities, offering a sustainable option for the urban areas of the future. Of the more than 2,600 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, only 17 belong to fictional characters. Among them are Mickey Mouse, Shrek, The Simpsons, and Snow White. These stars were awarded for their cultural, commercial, and emotional impact over the decades. The first one went to Mickey Mouse back in the year 1978. Even fiction can leave a real mark on history. Above the Dashbashi Canyon in Georgia sits one of the highest hanging cafes in the world. Suspended nearly 1,000 feet in the air, this glass structure offers absolutely jaw-dropping panoramic views. Visitors can enjoy coffee or dessert while literally floating above the abyss. Its design has won architecture awards and become a must-visit spot for tourists chasing extreme, unforgettable experiences. The official portrait of President Barack Obama wasn't painted or sculpted, it was entirely generated using 3D scanning technology. To pull it off, they used 8 high-resolution cameras and over 50 light sources aimed from different angles. The scan captured every detail of his face, and processing all that data took 4 full days. The result was a hyper-realistic, interactive portrait you can view from any angle. Since its release in the year 1980, Pac-Man became a video game legend. That cute little yellow circle dodging ghosts and eating dots has generated billions of dollars in revenue over the decades, making it one of the most profitable games of all time. It's been released on dozens of platforms, and its simple, addictive design makes it completely timeless. The most expensive school on the planet is the La Rose Institute in Switzerland, with annual tuition of $130,000. This exclusive boarding school educates the children of royalty, billionaires, and celebrities. Students live in mansions with access to private ski slopes. Founded in the year 1880, its alumni list includes princes and future world leaders. Here, students learn languages, etiquette, art, and high-level diplomacy. Aristotelis Bis, a talented dancer from Cyprus, broke a pretty unusual world record. He danced while balancing 319 cups on his head. This insane feat beat the previous record of 270 cups. Bis has been practicing this style of dance since the year 1995, and at 65 years old, he decided to take on the impossible. For just over 20 seconds, he kept moving with every single cup perfectly balanced. Inside Gripsholm Castle in Sweden sits one of the strangest taxidermy animals in the world, a lion so badly stuffed it became famous. Back in the 18th century, staff tried to preserve a lion gifted to the king. The problem? They'd never seen a real lion, so they stuffed it based on vague descriptions. There's a Rubik's Cube so hard it can take up to 3 hours to solve. It changes color depending on the angle you look at it, confusing even expert cubers. It's called the Impossible Cube, and it's not just a puzzle, it's a true mental torture device that challenges even the spatial logic of the world's most experienced cube solvers. In Japan, there used to be a bar called Sasya where customers paid to get slapped. As strange and hard to explain as that sounds, it actually had a loyal following for years. In the year 2023, They stopped offering that service and switched to selling burgers, turning the place into a fast food spot. They literally went from slaps to Big Macs in one of the strangest business pivots in recent history. A jewelry brand called Eccentric Manor specializes in one-of-a-kind pieces centered around eyes. They craft custom rings featuring the image of a couple's eyes, letting people carry around a unique representation of their loved ones. Every piece is made with extreme precision to capture the essence of each person's gaze. This approach has completely reshaped the world of personalized jewelry with an incredibly intimate touch. This vase could save your life. It's called the Fire Bowl, and when it shatters, it releases a chemical that puts out fires instantly. It's not just decoration, it's firefighting tech built to act before you even have time to react. Designed to be placed in strategic spots around the home, it offers an automatic first line of defense against fires, especially useful in places where traditional extinguishers aren't within reach. A chef once launched a kebab into space using a weather balloon. The kebab climbed about 120,000 feet, then came back frozen, crashing down to Earth. Zero gravity, fine dining. This wild stunt proved that even cooking can push its limits to the extreme, blending science, culinary creativity, and a sense of humor that knows no atmospheric boundaries. Sotaro Odate, head of engineering at Honda, rocks a hairstyle inspired by anime characters like Sasuke Uchiha from Naruto, and it's made him go viral. His look stands out at tech events and all over social media. The hairstyle reflects his love for Japanese culture and shows an innovative mindset connected to modern youth trends. A viral phenomenon, hairstyle included. One artist has taken food art to a whole new level, sculpting incredible figures out of fruit. With insane skill, they turn apples, pears, and other fruits into edible works of art that look almost real. Each creation reflects pure human creativity, blending art and nature into something fun and delicious. Proof that artistic talent can find its canvas in the most everyday ingredients. Toru Wenda from Japan spent 3 million yen on a hyper-realistic wolf suit just to walk down the street. It's not cosplay, it's not a performance. He just wanted to look like a wolf, and he pulled it off so well it went viral worldwide. This extreme case of self-expression shows just how far someone will go when they're fully committed to chasing their weirdest dream. A Danish farmer spent over 25 years building a replica of the world map in a lake near his farm in Claytru. Using stones, dirt, and grass, he carefully outlined the continents to scale with incredible precision. This massive project covers thousands of square yards and has become a tourist attraction where visitors can literally walk across the continents and see the proportions between countries and oceans. On the set of It Chapter 2, actor Bill Skarsgård froze the entire crew with his terrifying expressions. No makeup, just his real face. The visual effects team was floored. He didn't need any digital monsters. He could generate pure terror just by making a face. A display of acting talent that blew past every expectation the production team had. In an international racing competition, an AI-powered drone beat the world's best human pilots. This AI-controlled drone proved that machines have what it takes to outperform humans in complex tasks. The technology keeps advancing, showing it can learn and compete with unmatched precision and speed in situations that demand lightning-fast reflexes and processing. A Tesla once drove itself, completely on its own, from the factory in Texas all the way to its owner's house in Austin, with zero human input. This breakthrough in self-driving technology shows just how far things have come, giving us a glimpse into a future where cars drive themselves. Self-driving isn't some far-off promise anymore. It's already happening on real roads today. Chef Kyle Pangren creates dishes with mind-bending shapes using dough, flour, and gelatin, sculpting figures that mimic creatures and objects from the natural world. His creativity has no limits, blending art and cooking to create truly unique visual experiences. Every single plate is an edible work of art that leaves people speechless, turning every meal into a visit to a completely edible art gallery. Roller coasters are often tested using crash dummies or bags filled with water to see how the ride handles weight and repeated use. The dummies help engineers check seatbelt fit and seat structure, while the water bags simulate the weight of real human bodies. These tests are essential to make sure passengers stay safe before the ride ever opens to the public. Researchers have developed a special material that bends light, creating an effect close to invisibility. It works using lenses designed to manipulate the refraction index, guiding light waves around an object. The result? Anything standing behind it appears to vanish from sight. It's not full invisibility, but the effect is convincing enough that it's caught the attention of military and security industries. In certain spots where the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans meet, you can witness a fascinating visual phenomenon. The waters appear not to mix right away because of their different properties. Atlantic water is denser and colder, while Pacific water is saltier and warmer. This effect, known as a halocline, creates a visible line in places like the Strait of Magellan, where the two currents meet before finally blending together. Scientists in Japan created a soft robotic tongue that replicates the feel of a real human tongue. This innovative design has potential medical applications, possibly leading to more realistic, functional prosthetics. The robotic tongue is made from flexible materials that mimic natural movement. It could also revolutionize human-robot interaction, letting robots handle delicate objects with way more precision. The CUDA-jet is an underwater jetpack that lets you swim and dive down to about 130 feet, reaching speeds of up to 10 feet per second. This incredible device delivers a one-of-a-kind underwater adventure, combining the thrill of a jetpack with the wonders of ocean exploration. Its compact, efficient design lets you glide smoothly underwater with just the right dose of adrenaline. Balenciaga released a bracelet that looks just like a piece of duct tape, but it costs a jaw-dropping $1,200. The piece blew up on social media, breaking every rule of accessory design by turning a basic, everyday object into a luxury item. While many call it conceptual art rather than an accessory, it's still proof of how powerful a brand can be when it comes to setting provocative trends. Tug of war was actually an Olympic sport from the year 1900 to 1920, appearing in 5 different Olympic Games. Teams of 8 competed, trying to drag their opponents across a marked line in the center of a rope. Even though it lost its Olympic status, it still played in international championships organized by the World Tug of War Federation, with official rules and everything. In Pakistan, some communities transport cooking gas using massive plastic bags, an improvised and incredibly risky method. These bags get filled at informal stations and then hauled around on motorcycles or trucks. While it's cheaper than traditional metal tanks, the risk of explosions or fires is extremely high, especially under intense sun. This technique reflects the harsh economic realities in rural areas. Atlas, the humanoid robot from Boston Dynamics, was built to handle complex tasks and show off advanced movement and balance. With an impressive range of abilities, Atlas can walk, run, jump, and even pull off acrobatics like backflips. This robot has become a benchmark in movement robotics, proving that technology can achieve nearly perfect human-like motion, even in demanding environments. In Japan, old phone booths are being turned into giant aquariums, creating a one-of-a-kind urban landscape. This trend has led to art installations where empty, outdated booths become tiny aquatic ecosystems decorated with plants and fish. These booths blend art and nature, showing off a creative way to repurpose abandoned public spaces. Tennis balls don't just bounce, they get recycled too. Once they've reached the end of their life, many balls get collected and turned into new products. Some become court surfaces, others turn into soundproofing material or shoe soles. With millions of balls thrown out every year, This kind of recycling helps cut down on the sport's environmental impact, giving old tennis balls a totally new life. The Unity is an electric car designed in Sweden with a bold vision, eco-friendly, lightweight, and built for just 2 people. Made with sustainable materials and an efficient assembly process, it cuts emissions starting from production itself. Its minimalist, futuristic design makes it stand out from typical electric cars. It's incredibly light and energy efficient, proving that the future of transportation can be compact and smart at the same time. A veterinarian used her Apple Watch to measure the heart rate of a lion in its natural habitat, and the video went completely viral. Using everyday wearable tech to monitor the health of such a massive, powerful animal is pretty remarkable. This kind of tracking gives valuable insight into an animal's stress levels without being invasive, showing how everyday tech can actually help with conservation. In Bali, the monkeys don't just steal, they negotiate. They snatch tourist belongings and only give them back if you pay up with food. They actually use the stolen items as bargaining chips, haggling with visitors in real time. It's a wild display of social intelligence from these primates. In Finland, there's a sport where grown adults compete on toy horses. It's called hobby horsing, and it involves real dressage and jumping routines just with a stuffed horse on a stick. It's playful, creative, and surprisingly inclusive for all ages. And in Finland, they take it dead serious. National competitions, official rules, the whole deal. Pure imagination meets real athleticism. Japan just built the world's tallest cherry blossom tree out of Lego. It stands 14 feet tall and used 881,000 bricks. At night in West Africa, masked figures patrol the streets as spiritual guardians. They're called the Zangbeto, part of the Vodun tradition, dressed in elaborate masks and natural fiber costumes that represent the bond between the human and spirit worlds. They perform dances and chants to keep balance between the two. In Finland, oversleeping comes with consequences. Every year on July 27th, they celebrate Sleepyheads Day, and the last person to wake up gets thrown into a lake by their own family. It's a lighthearted tradition that celebrates rest and togetherness. Sidecar TT racing is basically controlled chaos. One rider steers the motorcycle while the other hangs off the side, shifting their body weight through every single turn to keep it from flipping. It's a perfectly synced dance between 2 people moving at insane speeds. One wrong move, and it's over. Communication is everything here. Imagine a hotel suite, 16 feet underwater. The Conrad Maldives has one, with glass walls overlooking the Indian Ocean. It's pure luxury meets deep-sea adventure. Guests fall asleep surrounded by marine life. A submerged paradise for those who want their vacation a little different. German artist Jan Vormann is repairing broken buildings with Lego. His project, Dispatch Work, fills cracks and holes in damaged historic structures with colorful bricks. The contrast between old and new sends a message about preserving heritage. Each piece becomes street art that stops people in their tracks, turning damage into beauty. In the Swiss Alps, skiers are flying off slopes, flipping and spinning at speeds that look impossible. Every trick is a test of skill, courage, and pure physical control. They're doing this on some of the highest peaks in Europe. It's less sport and more art performed at terminal velocity. Meet the Hungarian Puli, a dog with dreadlocks that drag on the ground. Despite the wild look, this breed is muscular and was bred as a herding dog for its smarts and energy. Those thick cords of fur actually protected it from the cold and from bites during work. In Italy, they race boats made entirely of cardboard, and somehow they don't sink. There are prizes for speed and for the most creative design. It's part art project, part sporting event, all about teamwork and imagination. Proof that with enough creativity, even cardboard can survive the open water. The liftwear level automatically keeps itself balanced, no matter how much your hand moves. It was designed for people with conditions like cerebral palsy or muscular dystrophy. For many, it's completely changed the experience of eating on their own. Ever heard of the glory? It's a shimmering halo of color that appears around your own shadow when sunlight hits a uniform cloud just right. It looks almost otherworldly. Many people mistake it for something supernatural. One of the most stunning optical phenomena the sky has to offer. This roller coaster doesn't just go fast, it spins your seat in random directions while it does. The 4D free fly combines free falls, twists, and sudden direction changes that no normal coaster can match. At 30 miles per hour, it's less about speed and more about total disorientation. It's quickly becoming a must-ride at theme parks worldwide. Artist Robert Vargas is turning the walls of Los Angeles into massive murals about equality, justice, and culture. He's painted public spaces across multiple U.S. cities, breathing new life into forgotten neighborhoods. His murals aren't just decoration, they're conversations with the community. Art that makes you stop and think. Scuba diving without the tank? There's a portable device that lets you breathe underwater using a lightweight, efficient air compressor. It comes with an ergonomic harness and a rechargeable battery for safe dives. No bulky gear, just you, the reef, and the fish. A whole new way to explore the ocean. 2 tourists in Rome got arrested for carving their initials into the Colosseum. They ignored every warning and damaged a piece of ancient history. It's a serious crime, and authorities responded immediately. A reminder that some monuments are simply off-limits, no exceptions. The panda ant is neither a panda nor an ant. It's actually a wasp, and its sting is one of the most painful in the world. That cute black and white look hides a seriously dangerous weapon. It's a parasitic wasp that paralyzes its prey before laying eggs in it. Nature's way of saying, don't trust the cute ones. A man built a fully functional guitar out of McDonald's French fries. The body is made from pressed, hardened potatoes mixed with resin and glue. It doesn't sound like a normal guitar, but it can actually play real melodies. Music made from junk food creativity really has no limits. Some kids in Los Angeles dug up their backyard and found a Ferrari buried underneath. Turns out the previous owner buried it to fraudulently collect insurance money. He got arrested, and the story turned into instant local legend. You can put a whole popcorn cob in the microwave, no oil, no bag, and the kernels just pop right off. It's the simplest, most natural way to make popcorn there is. Watching the cob transform in real time feels almost magical. Sometimes the easiest method really is the best one. Meet Bob, an alligator born without a tail in South Carolina, who's adapted perfectly to life anyway. He's become a symbol of resilience that's inspired people far beyond his swamp. A reminder that nature finds a way to keep going, no matter the odds. A true underdog story minus the tail. The Axis surgical robot performs cataract surgery with a level of precision no human hand could match. It uses tiny, hyper-controlled instruments to dramatically cut down the risk of error. Its compact size lets it operate in the smallest spaces of the eye. The future of surgery might just be robotic, and it's already here. Elephants can swim for hours, using their trunk like a snorkel to breathe underwater. This trick also helps them cool down in hot climates. It lets them cross huge bodies of water to reach new habitats and food sources. Just another reason elephants are some of the most adaptable animals alive. Artist Stephen Tang from Hong Kong paints bowls of noodles that look exactly like photographs. Every texture, shadow, and reflection is rendered in jaw-dropping, hyper-realistic detail. Each piece takes hours just to capture the shine of the broth and the texture of the ingredients. He's turning everyday meals into fine art. At 100 years old, Orville Rogers ran 200 feet in just over 19 seconds, setting a world record for his age group. He kept competing right up until he passed away at age 101 in the year 2021. His story is a powerful reminder that it's never too late to stay active. Discipline and a positive mindset took him all the way to the finish line at 100 years old. Designer Stefan Henrik created sneakers that are 3D printed to fit your foot like a sock. Inspired by mythical creatures, they blend comfort with a futuristic look. The technology molds itself perfectly to your foot for personalized support. You know Michelin's mascot, but did you know he's made entirely of tires? His name is bibendum, taken from a Latin phrase meaning, "Now is the time to drink." The idea, these tires are so tough they can practically drink up obstacles on the road. An iconic image that's been around for over a century. Watch a parkour expert move through a city, and it looks like the rules of physics don't apply. Every jump and wall run is calculated in a split second, with zero room for error. It takes total physical control combined with razor-sharp focus. Watching it live is honestly hard to believe. In Death Valley, rocks move by themselves, leaving long trails across the desert floor. It took scientists decades to figure out why. A perfect combination of water, ice, and wind. Thin sheets of ice form under the rocks, and when they melt, the wind gently pushes them along. At the Lindt factory, there's a chocolate fountain that's the tallest in the world, and it never stops flowing. It represents the brand's tradition and obsession with quality craftsmanship. Part technology, part art, part pure indulgence. A bucket list stop for any chocolate lover. China's art school entrance exams are some of the most brutal in the world. Thousands of students compete in massive halls where every single minute counts. They're tested on technical skill, creativity, and mental endurance all at once. For many, it's a life-changing and exhausting experience. Meet Rambo, an orangutan in Dubai who taught himself to drive a golf cart just by watching his keepers. Visitors couldn't believe what they were seeing. It's a stark reminder of just how closely we're related to our primate cousins. Some moments leave you completely speechless. This is one of them. Yellowstone is home to roughly 500 geysers, more than half of all the geysers on Earth. The most famous, Old Faithful, can shoot water up to 180 feet into the air. All of this is powered by the massive volcanic chamber sitting underneath the park. In Da Nang, Vietnam, there's a bridge held up by two giant stone hands, and it stretches 500 feet long. It sits about 4,600 feet above sea level, in the hills of Ba Na, with jaw-dropping panoramic views. Opened in the year 2018, it's become one of the most photographed spots in Asia. Walking across it feels like floating between the hands of giants. Hippos can't actually swim. They walk along the bottom of rivers and lakes, pushing off with their feet. This gives them surprising agility underwater, despite their massive size. It's a strange but brilliant example of how nature adapts movement to fit the animal. Their underwater speed catches almost everyone off guard. There are massage chairs now powered by AI that scan your body, checking heart rate, blood oxygen, and fatigue levels. Then they adjust the pressure and movement in real time, creating a massage tailored just for you. Tech that used to be exclusive to clinics is now showing up in living rooms. Personalized wellness has never been this accessible. Some sculptures completely change depending on where you stand. One face becomes two. A solid object suddenly looks like it's floating in midair. These are optical illusions designed to trick your eyes and your brain. Did you know you can throw a real-life Pokeball? This toy has built-in sensors that react to impact, plus lights that simulate catching a Pokemon. It won't actually capture anything except everyone's attention around you. For almost 20 years, a talking trash can named Push roamed Tomorrowland at Magic Kingdom, cracking jokes and chatting with visitors. It was actually a remote-controlled robot, secretly operated by Disney staff using a hidden audio and control system. It wasn't just about keeping the park clean, it was pure Disney magic in action. Proof that even the smallest details can create unforgettable moments. Meet the bionic swifts, robotic birds that fly completely on their own, performing tight turns and complex maneuvers in midair. A radio frequency system lets multiple units coordinate together at once. They're lightweight, agile, and a perfect example of robotics inspired by nature. Their uses range from entertainment to research to drone design. In New Zealand, there's a race where cars barrel down steep hills, controlled purely by gravity and momentum. Drivers need lightning-fast reflexes to handle every dangerous curve. It's an adrenaline-fueled spectacle that mixes raw speed with serious skill, not for the faint of heart. Some street artists are turning dirty cars into masterpieces. Using nothing but the dust on the surface, they create incredibly detailed temporary artwork. It disappears almost as fast as it's made, but that's what makes it special. A fleeting piece of art that hits you the moment you see it. Meet the hydrofoiler, an electric bike with a hydrofoil that lifts it completely above the water. Combining pedal power and a motor, it can hit speeds of up to 12 miles per hour. It's a totally new kind of ride for water adventure lovers. This isn't your average bicycle. Makeup artist Mimi Choi, born in Macau and based in Canada, paints three-dimensional optical illusions directly onto her own face using shadow, color, and texture. Each look can take hours to complete, but the final result looks like a digitally edited photo. Her work has gone viral, racking up millions of fans worldwide. She's taken makeup art to a whole new dimension, literally. For over 20 years, a woman known as Lady Green has dyed her hair and decorated her entire home in shades of green. For her, it's more than a color, it's a connection to nature and a way of life. It's become her signature and a symbol of personal authenticity. Proof that embracing what makes you different can become your whole identity. The lion's mane jellyfish has tentacles stretching over 100 feet long, making it the largest jellyfish on Earth. It lives in the cold waters of the North Atlantic and the Arctic. Despite its massive size, its sting isn't deadly to humans. Watching a snail eat up close is oddly fascinating and a little creepy. Their mouths have tiny teeth on a structure called a radula, which scrapes food slowly, almost like a tiny conveyor belt. It looks completely alien, but it's 100% real. Some snails have thousands of these microscopic teeth, constantly being replaced. In Portugal, there's a house built from 4 massive boulders, cemented together looking straight out of the Flintstones. Located in the Faith Mountains, it has no electricity or running water. Inside, the stone furniture makes it feel like a rustic time capsule. Smart plant pots now have little screens with animated expressions that tell you when your plant needs water or more light. They even give fertilizing reminders and personalized care tips for each species. They connect to an app so you can monitor your plant in real time. Even people with zero gardening experience can now keep plants alive. For artists who love painting outdoors, the Pocket easel sets up in seconds and goes anywhere. Whether it's the beach, a forest, or a mountain peak, it's built for portability. It gives you the freedom to paint wherever inspiration strikes. Suddenly, the whole world becomes your canvas. Try separating 2 books with their pages interleaved, it's nearly impossible. The friction from hundreds of overlapping contact points creates an incredibly strong bond. In experiments, even trucks couldn't pull them apart. It's one of those tricks that seems impossible until you understand the science behind it. Some street art doesn't shout for attention, it hides in plain sight, blending so perfectly with nature that most people walk right past it. You actually have to stop and look closely to even notice it's there. It's a quiet invitation to pay more attention to the world around you. Sometimes the coolest art is the stuff you almost miss. Meet the LG Bon Voyage camper, a tiny trailer with a folding mattress that hides a full kitchen underneath. Big windows give you panoramic views the whole trip. Despite its small size, it's packed with smart storage and functional space. Perfect for quick getaways without sacrificing comfort. Imagine climbing a 65-foot pole using nothing but your bare hands and raw strength. That's pole climbing championships for you, pure arm and leg power, plus perfect coordination. The goal: reach the top as fast as humanly possible. It's become a tradition that draws athletes and crowds alike. A company in China built a robot that listens to music and learns new dance moves on its own using AI. Its movements are so smooth, it's hard to believe it's a machine. This is a huge leap for expressive robotics. It shows just how close human-machine interaction is getting to feeling real. Origami isn't just paper folding, it's actually changing engineering. Its principles are now used to design things like foldable solar panels for satellites. An ancient art form meets cutting-edge technology, blending creativity with precision. One of the most influential crafts in modern innovation. Rain falling on the ocean at night can trigger something magical: bioluminescence. Every raindrop hitting the water sets off bright flashes of light across the sea. It's caused by tiny organisms reacting to movement with a chemical glow. The bearded vulture eats almost nothing but bones, and its specialized beak crushes them with ease. This unique diet makes it an incredibly efficient predator. It also helps clean up ecosystems by getting rid of leftover bones, a wild example of just how specialized animals can get to survive. Lando Norris took a full lap around Silverstone in a McLaren P1 made entirely of Lego. The supercar used 342,000 bricks, hand-assembled, with a working electric motor. It wasn't as fast as the real thing, but the fact that it moved at all is mind-blowing. Engineering, art, and motorsport all in one build. A giant paper airplane made with special materials can actually stay airborne and travel impressive distances. It challenges the idea that only complex aircraft can fly. Watching it glide proves that simple ideas, done right, can be spectacular. Aerodynamics meets pure imagination. There's a device that pulls nearly 2.5 gallons of pure water out of thin air every single day, using advanced condensation. It also purifies the air while it works and adds essential minerals to the water. For dry regions facing water shortages, this could be a game changer. Tech with a real positive environmental impact. Drift shows are pure controlled chaos. Professional drivers slide through tight corners with insane precision. The goal isn't just speed, it's style and total control without losing your line. It takes serious skill and a deep understanding of the car's mechanics. No wonder it draws huge crowds of motorsport fans worldwide. Danny McCaskill rode his bike across the rooftops of Gran Canaria for his project Cascadia, and it's terrifying to watch. Impossible balance, jumps between buildings, turning the entire city into his personal stunt park. Every move was calculated down to the millimeter. The result? Pure skill against a jaw-dropping backdrop. How many clowns can fit in one tiny car? In this classic circus trick, way more than you'd think. The act stuns audiences every time with just how many people squeeze out of that one small vehicle. It takes months of practice and perfect timing to pull off. An old-school trick that never stops being amazing. In the year 2021, scientists in Brazil confirmed something that sounded impossible: the first genetically verified dog-fox hybrid. It had pointed ears and a mix of features unlike anything seen before. The animal was hit by a car and brought to a clinic, where its unusual traits caught everyone's attention. Picture images floating in midair on a screen made of water vapor. Special projectors create an invisible mist screen using microscopic particles, producing stunning, immersive visuals. This tech is opening doors for art exhibits and special events. No two snowflakes are the same, and each one is a perfect, symmetrical ice crystal. Their shape depends entirely on the weather conditions as they fall. This microscopic beauty reveals just how complex and precise nature really is. Look closely, and you're staring into a tiny universe of geometry. In Japan, there's a train designed to look like a giant toy. It's called the Cha-Cha train, covered in bright colors with themed seating. Staff actually play games with passengers throughout the ride. It's part transportation, part amusement park, a perfect symbol of Japan's playful creativity. In Vanuatu, men jump from 100-foot towers with nothing but vines tied to their ankles. It's called land diving, and it's a fertility ritual meant to ensure a good harvest. The vine length is calculated so the jumper's head just barely brushes the ground. This ancient tradition is actually the origin of modern bungee jumping. 24 massive blocks of ice from Greenland were placed right outside the Tate Modern in London. Visitors could touch them and watch them slowly melt in the middle of the city. Created by artist Olafur Eliasson, the piece sparked instant conversations about climate change. The world's largest gold bar weighs 550 pounds and sits on display in Japan. Its size is almost impossible to picture in real life. It represents an incredible level of metalworking precision, a literal symbol of wealth and craftsmanship. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano is famous for its bright blue flames, but it's not the lava that's blue. It's actually sulfuric gas igniting on contact with air. At night, those blue flames light up the crater in a scene that looks completely surreal. Workers there mine sulfur by hand, in seriously dangerous conditions, making it one of the most jaw-dropping natural sights on Earth. Brazil is home to the world's largest cashew tree, and it's a single trunk covering nearly 2 acres. Its branches form a massive canopy visible from far away. Researchers study it, and tourists travel from all over to see it. A true wonder of nature's scale. Yes, ice tennis is a real thing, same game, but on a slick, slippery court that demands serious balance. Every move requires constant adjustment to an unpredictable surface. It pushes skill and stability to their absolute limits. The result? A way more physically demanding version of the original game. Slime mold has no brain, yet it can solve mazes and find the most efficient route every time. This single-celled organism baffles scientists with its decision-making abilities. It's even replicated transportation networks with stunning efficiency. There's a clear spray you put on your clothes and bag that reflects headlights at night, making you way more visible to drivers. It's invisible during the day, but lights up the moment a car's headlights hit it. A simple, cheap fix that could literally save lives in cities with high nighttime accident rates. Sometimes the best safety tools are the simplest ones. Here's a detail most people miss. In The Simpsons, almost every character has 4 fingers except divine characters, who have 5. It's a subtle way of marking God and Jesus as different from everyone else. A tiny detail that adds surprising depth to the animation. Only the most observant fans ever catch it. This drone is controlled with simple hand gestures, thanks to built-in motion sensors. It auto-hovers to stay steady in the air and even has LED lights for night flights. Compact, portable, and comes with its own carrying case. Perfect for beginners who want intuitive, easy control. Meet Lucas, a penguin with a foot condition who now wears custom-made orthopedic shoes. The shoes reduce his pain and help him move more comfortably. His story went viral and became a symbol of innovative veterinary care, proof that technology can improve life for animals too. At a theme park in China, 3D dinosaurs appear to leap straight out of the building at visitors. Advanced projection technology creates an incredibly immersive visual experience. It transports guests back to the age of dinosaurs in stunning detail. A must-visit for anyone who loves paleontology. Anthony Schmidt, a young boy with autism, takes hyper-realistic photos of toys using just an iPhone, and they look professionally produced. His eye for lighting and detail turns ordinary objects into miniature works of art. Photography has become his unique creative outlet, proof that incredible talent can come from the most unexpected places. The USB killer can destroy a computer in seconds, just by plugging it in and sending a powerful electrical surge through the components. It was originally created for security testing, but it can fry even well-protected devices. A reminder that technology has a darker side most people never think about. Protecting your devices matters more than you'd guess. In China, there's a massive statue of a Buddha hand that visitors can actually climb inside and explore. It blends spirituality with tourism, letting people get up close to a truly monumental structure. It invites quiet reflection from a totally unique perspective, a perfect example of culture and architecture coming together. Artist Benedetto Bufalino turned a regular street sign in Lyon into a fully functional skateboard ramp, blending street art with humor. It lets people interact with something they'd normally just walk past, completely changing how they see it. He's known for reimagining everyday objects in unexpected ways. His work turns the city itself into a playground. Adrian Kozakiewicz, known online as Insect House, raises exotic insects, beetles, mantises, tropical butterflies, and shares it all with millions of followers. He attends educational events to teach people why insects matter for our ecosystems. His work promotes conservation and sparks curiosity in younger generations, proof that even the smallest creatures play a massive role in our world. The world's smallest car is under 6.5 feet long, built specifically for navigating crowded city streets. Its compact size makes parking a breeze, even in tight spots. Despite being tiny, it still has a functional interior with adjustable seats. A clever solution for cities running out of space. Dubai is home to a diving pool over 200 feet deep, holding nearly 16 million gallons of water. Inside, divers can explore sunken ruins and a fully themed underwater city. It's adventure and luxury combined in a completely artificial underwater world. In Madeira, there's a waterfall, Cascada dos Anjos, that falls directly over a road, letting cars drive right underneath it. It's become a favorite for travelers thanks to its strange beauty and refreshing mist. Surrounded by lush greenery, it feels like a hidden natural wonder, an experience that sticks with everyone who drives through it. Some artists carve fruits and vegetables into stunning works of art, and the detail is unreal. It's a relaxing hobby that turns food into sculpture. From melons carved with floral patterns to carrots shaped like dragons, the possibilities are endless. Skill, patience, and imagination, all on a cutting board. Iranian goalkeeper Alireza Baranvand once threw a ball 200 feet by hand, setting a Guinness World Record. That kind of throw takes serious strength, technique, and precision. It's one of the longest throws ever recorded in football. A massive advantage for launching fast counterattacks or clearing danger. Here's a weird one. Synchronized swimmers use fish gelatin to keep their hair in place during routines. It forms a protective layer that keeps their hair from falling apart underwater. There's a robotic thumb controlled by sensors in your feet that lets you grip objects like you have an extra hand. It shows just how adaptable the human brain is when it comes to using new tools as body extensions. Users learn to control it naturally within just a few days. A glimpse into how our bodies might work with technology in the future. This cooling mattress topper fits beds from 8 to 22 inches thick, so it works with almost any setup. The breathable material regulates body temperature and prevents overheating at night. Plus, it's fully washable for easy maintenance. Perfect for anyone who wants to sleep cool and comfortable. Wilson created a 3D printed basketball with no air inside, and it bounces exactly like the real thing. No more flat balls or pressure problems, ever. It opens the door to more durable materials without changing how the game feels. Proof that even the most classic gear can be reinvented. In China, 3D screens make a giant panda appear to burst right out of a building, right in front of pedestrians. Cutting-edge tech creates a flawless illusion of depth and movement. It's one of the most jaw-dropping forms of outdoor advertising in the world. Waterworld in Hong Kong combines high-speed slides, lazy rivers, and family pools all surrounded by mountains. Opened in the year 2021, its design blends seamlessly into the landscape. Unlike any other water park, it's perfect for visitors of all ages. One of the most spectacular water parks anywhere on Earth. Alexander Doba kayaked across the entire Atlantic Ocean completely alone from Senegal to Brazil, covering over 3,100 miles. He battled storms, brutal currents, and total isolation for weeks at sea. No support team, just his experience and basic gear. A feat that will go down in history. The world's largest garden is in Dubai, featuring over 190 million flowers. It even includes a life-sized Airbus, a 380, recreated entirely out of flowers and plants. Walking through it feels like stepping into an ocean of color and scent. There's a haptic suit for video games that simulates real physical sensations, including mild pain from impacts. Sensors all over your body react instantly to whatever happens in the game. It's also being used in military training and medical simulations. This takes gaming immersion to a whole new level. The Mercedes-AMG 1 combines a turbo V6 engine with 4 electric motors to produce 1,000 horsepower. Inspired by Formula One, it goes from 0 to 124 miles per hour in under 7 seconds. Only 275 units were ever made exclusively for collectors. In Wuhan, China, over 400 self-driving taxis are already on the road, powered by AI, sensors, and LiDAR technology. Riders book them through an app, choosing pickup and drop-off points. These vehicles detect pedestrians, cars, and obstacles in real time with incredible accuracy. The goal? Less traffic and safer streets for everyone. In the year 2010, a natural mutation created the Likoi cat, a breed with a wolf-like coat. Despite the wild appearance, they're actually friendly and social. They've become one of the most sought-after cat breeds in the world. Genetics creating something straight out of a fantasy novel. An engineer from Argentina built a car that runs on garbage without modifying the engine at all. The system converts waste into usable energy while cutting down harmful emissions. It tackles pollution and recycling at the same time. A perfect example of turning an environmental problem into real innovation. Got a dog? Science says you're already winning. Lower blood pressure, better mental health, less stress in the long run. The companionship, the affection, the daily walks, it all adds up to a healthier you. Your dog isn't just a pet, it's secretly your wellness coach. In New Zealand, there's a McDonald's inside an old airplane that seats 20 people. Yes, you read that right. Diners eat surrounded by aviation details, halfway between a flight and a fast food run. Proof that creativity shows up in the most unexpected places. This diffuser looks like a flying saucer, and it does way more than you'd think. It releases essential oils, glows with soft LED light, and even plugs in via USB. Part nightlight, part aromatherapy machine, part mini spa, all in one tiny gadget. Engineers are stealing ideas straight from nature, and it's called biomimetics. Drones that fly like hummingbirds, robots that swim like fish. The goal? Build smarter tech while cutting our environmental footprint. Turns out, nature already solved most of our problems. We just had to copy the homework. Imagine falling from 3,000 feet and landing safely, no giant parachute pack required. That's the SPARS system, a compact backpack with a built-in parachute designed for emergency landings. Lightweight, safe, and ready for skydiving or rescue situations. This could completely change how we think about jumps from extreme heights. Picture a giant spinning wheel with a human inside doing acrobatics. That's the German wheel, a gymnastic sport that demands insane strength, balance, and coordination. Watching someone perform inside a rotating ring is as terrifying as it is beautiful. Part sport, part art, all adrenaline. Meet flying whales, the largest airship on Earth, and it can take off from almost any surface. Futuristic design meets sustainable air travel and tourism. This thing could change how we explore the skies entirely. The future of flight might not need a runway at all. Nikon built a camera for dogs. It tracks the dog's heart rate and snaps a photo at the exact moment of pure joy. No human behind the lens, just raw, authentic moments captured from the dog's own perspective. It's a whole new way to see the world, through your pet's eyes. With one button, this furniture transforms into a bed, a desk, or storage space. Built tough, designed smart, made for tiny apartments, silent hydraulics make the whole transformation smooth and safe. Small living space, problem solved. In South Africa, people race ostriches, birds that can hit speeds of 45 miles per hour. Riders climb on top and just hold on. Staying balanced on a creature that fast and unpredictable is no joke. This robot parks your car completely on its own. Stanley Robotics built a valet system using sensors and precision algorithms to maximize parking space and eliminate human error. It's already running in airports across Europe. Robots aren't just the future of factories anymore, they're the future of parking lots. Nepal has the only flag on Earth that isn't a rectangle or a square. Two overlapping triangles represent the Himalayan mountains and the country's major religions. The colors symbolize courage and peace. One look, and you instantly know it's Nepal. Formula One drivers experience up to 5 Gs of force when braking, and they have just 40 milliseconds to react. That's faster than you can blink. Years of brutal neck and core training make this possible. In F1, the driver's body is just as important as the car. One YouTuber built a real working lightsaber using propane. Deep in the ocean lives something that looks like a glowing alien chain. It's called a pyrosome. Thousands of tiny organisms linked together to form one massive, translucent, glowing colony. On dark nights, you can actually see them shimmering from the surface. In Chinese schools, kids perform perfectly synchronized movement routines that look like full-on choreography, and they start young. It builds focus, discipline, and physical skill from an early age, setting them up for sports and martial arts. Mind and body train together from day one. Education here looks a little different. Ever wonder how actors cry on cue every single take? They use something called tear sticks, a menthol-based wax that makes your eyes water on contact. Instant, real tears, no emotional breakdown required. One of Hollywood's best-kept little secrets. There's only one real castle in all of the Americas, Chapultepec Castle in Mexico City. Built between 1785 and 1787 under Viceroy Bernardo de Galvez, it's been everything from an imperial residence to a military base. European architecture sitting on a hill, surrounded by history, a true cultural gem hiding in plain sight. Seahorses can move each eye in a completely different direction at the same time. This gives them an almost 360-degree view of their surroundings, perfect for spotting predators and prey. Independent eye movement like this is incredibly rare in the animal kingdom. Seahorses, nature's tiny, underrated masters of camouflage. Freckle tattoos are blowing up right now, tiny dots that heal into something that looks completely natural. It's a celebration of imperfections that people used to try to cover up. Now, people are paying to get them. Beauty trends really have come full circle. Aldabra giant tortoises can grow up to 4 feet long and weigh over 550 pounds. They're among the largest tortoises on the planet. Living on remote islands with zero natural predators, some live for over a century. A living, breathing symbol of how wild nature can get when left alone. In one conservation program, a dolphin learned to collect plastic from the ocean in exchange for treats. Animal intelligence meets environmental cleanup, and the results are honestly inspiring. It shows just how creative the solutions to pollution can get. Sometimes saving the planet starts with a snack. Bangkok pulls in over 22 million tourists a year, more than London, New York, or Paris. Ancient temples, chaotic markets, and nightlife that never stops. The food, the culture, the energy. It's a city that hits different every single time. No wonder people keep coming back. This humidifier looks like a glowing jellyfish, and it reacts to sound. Add essential oils, and the lights pulse and shift along with the music in the room. It keeps the air perfectly humid while turning your space into a calming, ambient mini spa. Function and aesthetic fully merged. Ever wonder how video game characters move so realistically? Motion capture technology digitizes real human movement using sensors, then maps it directly onto digital characters. Every gesture, every step reproduced with eerie precision. It's one of the reasons modern games and movies feel so alive. Santa Claus wasn't always the jolly gift-giving guy we know today. He actually started as a tool to scare kids into behaving naughty kids got nothing. Over centuries, he softened into the generous figure we celebrate now. Wild how much a character can change over time. This vending machine doesn't just heat up pizza, it makes it from scratch. In minutes. Every ingredient, every step, fully automated. Hot, fresh pizza, anytime, anywhere, with zero human hands involved. Fast food just leveled up. Drop mercury onto aluminum, and something strange happens. White, root-like fibers start growing out of the metal. It's the mercury breaking through the aluminum's protective oxide layer, triggering a bizarre chemical reaction. Not explosive, just incredibly weird to watch. Chemistry can get strange fast. Meet DJ Gloria, real name Madeline Manson, who didn't become a DJ until after 65. After becoming a widow and working as an aerobics instructor in Sweden, she found a whole new calling. Now, at 81 years old, she's still lighting up dance floors across Stockholm, proof that it's never ever too late to chase a dream. In Japan, there's a sumo festival where wrestlers try to make babies cry on purpose. The belief? Crying scares away evil spirits and protects the baby's health. The wrestlers do it gently and respectfully, of course. Old traditions, new levels of unexpected. What if your water bottle was edible and biodegradable? These edible water capsules are designed to replace plastic bottles entirely and cut down on ocean pollution. They're fragile for now, but the technology is evolving fast. This could completely reshape how we package liquids in the future. After it rains, dragonflies clean their eyes using their own legs. It's a tiny, precise movement most people never notice, but it shows just how advanced their vision really is. Even the smallest insects have incredible adaptations hiding in plain sight. Nature really doesn't miss a detail. The world's tallest bicycle stands over 25 feet tall, and it actually works. Built by Nicholas Barrios and David Peru, it's fully functional, with real pedals and steering. It earned a Guinness World Record for its massive size. Riding it? That takes serious guts. Scientists are creating synthetic clouds designed to bounce sunlight back into space to help cool the planet down. It's basically humans copying nature's own cooling system. Still experimental, but it could become a major tool in the fight against climate change. Sometimes the best solutions come from imitating Earth itself. When you cut yourself, your body kicks into action immediately. A scab forms, new cells grow, and the tissue rebuilds itself layer by layer, all without you even noticing. It's a perfectly coordinated process happening beneath the surface. The human body really is a quiet miracle machine. This portable garment steamer removes wrinkles in just 30 seconds. Compact, fast, and gentle enough not to damage fabric. It auto shuts off and holds enough water to avoid constant refills. Perfect for travelers or anyone who hates ironing. Meet the Shima Inaga, a tiny bird from Hokkaido, Japan, that looks exactly like a fluffy snowball with wings. It's become a social media sensation, with photographers traveling specifically to spot one. It survives freezing winters by feeding on insects and seeds. Some books hide a secret on the edges of their pages. It's called four-edge painting, an art form dating back to the 10th century, where designs only appear when you fan the pages open. A hidden artwork, built right into the book itself. This centuries-old secret is suddenly trending again online. In Lanzhou, China, chefs stretch noodles using movements so precise they look like a dance. It's called noodle kung fu. It takes years of practice to pull dough into perfectly thin strands. Diners watch the entire performance before the meal even starts. Dinner and a show, literally. In Vietnam, there's a dog that goes shopping completely by itself. It knows the exact route to the store and never gets lost. This dog has basically become a local celebrity. Yet another reminder that dogs are way smarter than we give them credit for. China is home to the world's tallest swing, certified by Guinness at nearly 330 feet high. Set against stunning natural scenery, it's less playground and more extreme adventure. Pure, heart-pounding adrenaline with a view. Not for the faint of heart. This truck has a giant screen on the back playing videos and animations for everyone driving behind it. Cool? Definitely. Distracting? Also definitely. It sparked real debate about safety on the road. Innovation and danger, riding side by side. Canadian chef Wallace Wong, known as the Six-Pack Chef, cut 9 tomatoes in just 1 minute blindfolded. He set the Guinness World Record in London in 2024. Perfectly even cuts with zero visibility, using pure muscle memory. Officially verified, officially insane. At just 3 years old, Ben Underwood lost both eyes to cancer, but what he did next stunned scientists. He learned echolocation, clicking his tongue and reading the echoes to build a mental map of the world around him. He could skateboard, play basketball, and even tell the difference between a fire hydrant and a trash can, all without sight. He passed away young, but his story still inspires people everywhere. Tug of war used to be an Olympic sport. From the year 1900 to 1920, it appeared in 5 Olympic Games. Teams of 8 had to drag their opponents across a line. It took raw strength, coordination, and stamina. It lost its Olympic status, but it's still played competitively today under official rules. Jaime Caton has an incredibly rare condition. Metal objects literally stick to his skin. Only 3 documented cases exist in the entire world. Scientists think it might be linked to unusual skin properties and friction. He's shown it off publicly, sticking spoons, phones, and other metal objects to his body with zero effort. What started as a film set for The Lord of the Rings became a permanent tourist attraction. In Mata Mata, New Zealand, you'll find Hobbiton, complete with hobbit homes, perfectly manicured gardens, and the famous Green Dragon Inn. A French DJ held a techno set at over 10,000 feet above sea level in the Swiss Alps. Pulling it off took a massive logistical operation just to haul sound equipment through brutal cold. In Lustenau, Austria, they build the world's largest bonfire every single year. One particularly massive build used 110 tons of wood to create a fire tower nearly 200 feet tall. Kami Rita Sherpa, a 55-year-old Nepali climber, holds the world record for Everest summits. 31 climbs since 1994. Every single time he's faced brutal storms and freezing temperatures. The spiny turtle, native to Southeast Asia, grows to about 9 inches. Its spiky shell shifts from bright colors as a youngster to dull browns as an adult, helping it blend in with dead leaves. It eats invertebrates and fungi, but habitat loss and illegal trade are pushing it toward extinction. Japan once had a bar called Sasya, where customers paid to get slapped. In the year 2023, they shut it down and turned it into a burger joint. A business that literally went from getting smacked to slinging burgers, one of the strangest establishments to ever exist in Japan. A Danish farmer spent over 25 years building a scale replica of the world map on a lake near his farm. Using rocks, dirt, and grass, he traced the outlines of every continent with stunning accuracy. On the island of Palau in the Pacific, there's a lake filled with millions of jellyfish that lost their ability to sting. With no predators around, evolution simply turned off the threat. Silkworm domestication began over 5,000 years ago in ancient China, and it's still the backbone of the textile industry today. These insects spin cocoons made of silk threads that can stretch over half a mile long. To extract the silk without breaking it, the cocoons have to be boiled first. The kobudai fish, found in the Pacific between Africa and Asia, has a wild ability. It can change its sex. When the alpha male dies, a female completely transforms her body, behavior, and reproductive organs to become the new dominant male. Back in 1962, Morton Heilig invented the Sensorama, considered the first virtual reality machine in history. It was like a personal movie booth that hit multiple senses at once. Three-dimensional images, vibrations, surround sounds, smells, and even gusts of wind all perfectly synced. In Breda, Netherlands, every September brings the Redhead Days Festival. Thousands of redheads from around the world gather to celebrate their shared identity with photo shoots, art exhibits, talks, and community events. The Navy ship Flip, designed by the U.S. Navy in 1962, could tilt 90 degrees until it stood completely vertical in the ocean. At 350 feet long, it served as a stable platform for studying ocean currents and underwater acoustics. After more than 6 decades of service, it was decommissioned in 2023. Sharks don't have a swim bladder, so they have to keep moving or they'll sink. They also need water constantly flowing over their gills to breathe. If they stop, they literally suffocate. Even when sleeping, they're either still moving or drifting with the current. Crash test dummies are essential today for testing car and airplane safety, but they go back to the 1940s. Engineer Samuel Alderson built the first crash dummies to replace tests that were once done on human cadavers in military aviation. In Russia, Lake Berlinskoye turns bright pink every summer. It's caused by the water's high salt content combined with algae and tiny crustaceans that produce reddish pigments when it gets hot. The contrast between the desert landscape and the pink water creates a surreal scene. Researchers developed a material that bends light using lenses that manipulate the refractive index, guiding light waves around objects. The result, whatever's standing behind it, appears to vanish. It's not true invisibility, but the effect is so convincing it sparked huge interest from both the military and entertainment industries. Pakistani artist Muhammad Ham built a massive sphere out of 1 million ordinary matchsticks. After months of careful, painstaking placement, the giant ball was finally lit on fire, and it went up in an instant, sending out a massive blaze. Apollo 14 astronaut Alan Shepard made history as the only man to ever play golf on the moon. During the 1971 mission, he pulled out an improvised club and took a swing at 2 golf balls. Thanks to the low gravity, one of them flew several hundred yards. The Rain Room is an art installation that lets you walk through rain without getting wet. Motion sensors detect where you're moving and shut off the nozzles right above you just in time, creating a dry zone that follows your body. A regular pencil might seem simple, but here's a wild fact. The graphite inside can draw a single continuous line nearly 40 miles long. Experts have actually tested and confirmed this. In Georgia, above the Dashbashi Canyon, sits the highest hanging cafe in the world. Suspended almost 1,000 feet in the air, this glass structure is part of a tourist bridge that mixes adrenaline with luxury. Visitors can sip their coffee while literally floating over the abyss. Spanish athlete Gon Molina set a Guinness World Record by bursting a hot water bottle in just 2.87 seconds. The challenge demands explosive power, precision, and serious hand strength. In Italy, near the town of Noli, there are underwater greenhouses called Nemo's Garden. They're transparent domes installed beneath the sea, growing basil, strawberries, lettuce, and other plants without any pesticides. German company ThyssenKrupp developed the multi-elevator system, tested in an 800-foot tower in Rottweil. Instead of cables, it uses linear motors that let multiple cabins move through the same shaft, even sideways. In the year 2019, paleontologists discovered a prehistoric shark with teeth that look strangely similar to the ships from the video game Galaga, so they named it Galagadon nordquiste. It lived over 67 million years ago alongside Tyrannosaurus rex fossils. In Da Nang, Vietnam, the dragon bridge breathes fire for 2 minutes, then sprays water for 3 minutes every weekend night. Its head lights up with LEDs. The show stops traffic dead and leaves everyone speechless. One chef decided to launch a kebab into space tied to a weather balloon. It climbed over 120,000 feet, then came crashing back down to Earth, frozen solid. A pretty wild way to push the limits of cooking. Dolphins are one of the few species that can recognize themselves in a mirror. They're smart enough to understand that the reflection looking back isn't another animal, it's them. Microsoft built the quietest room on Earth at its Redmond campus. The materials absorb sound from every direction, hitting record levels of -20 decibels. Inside, it's so silent you can actually hear your own heartbeat and blood flowing through your veins. The coelacanth, a prehistoric fish, was thought to be extinct until it was rediscovered in South Africa in 1938. It's been around for over 400 million years, way before the dinosaurs. It can live up to 60 years and grow to over 6 feet long. Dean Karnazes is an ultramarathon runner who can run over 300 miles without stopping, thanks to a unique genetic trait. His body clears lactic acid from his muscles almost instantly, the very thing that normally causes fatigue. That means he just doesn't get tired the normal way. At one luxury resort, a music festival took place inside a giant sphere that projected images in a full 360 degrees. The futuristic show completely surrounded the crowd with cutting-edge music and immersive visuals, dropping everyone into a virtual world. Tennis balls get a second life after they leave the court. Many are recycled into new court surfaces, sound insulation, or shoe soles. Some programs even send them to schools, where they're used as chair leg caps or walking cane tips. Out of more than 2,600 stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, only 17 belong to fictional characters. That list includes Mickey Mouse, Shrek, The Simpsons, and Snow White, all honored for their cultural and emotional impact over the decades. Indonesia's Kawah Ijen volcano is famous for its eerie blue flames. The phenomenon happens when sulfur gases from the crater ignite on contact with air. It draws scientists and adventurers from around the world wanting to see it in person. 70-year-old American runner Chow Smith completed 7 marathons on 7 continents in just 7 days. Known as the World Marathon Challenge, it took her through Antarctica, Australia, Asia, Europe, Africa, and both Americas, battling extreme weather and exhaustion between back-to-back flights. The Hermes Birkin bag was born in 1984, after a chance meeting between Jane Birkin and the company's director. Each one takes between 18 and 25 hours to make by hand, crafted by master leatherworkers using materials like crocodile or ostrich skin with gold-plated hardware. Lake Rotorua in New Zealand is famous for its sulfur-rich waters, which give it a vibrant color and a thick, almost slimy texture. Sulfur vapor rises off the surface, creating an otherworldly atmosphere. It's a little sad, but some octopuses have started using ocean trash as shelter. Instead of natural shells, they're moving into rusted cans, broken bottles, and plastic waste to hide or lay their eggs in. It's a direct result of human pollution. The Nokia 9210 communicator, launched in the year 2001, was way more than just a phone. Considered a precursor to the smartphone, in Cairo's so-called garbage district, thousands of people make their living from recycling. They managed to recover up to 85% of the city's waste. British tattoo artist Daniel Scott found an unexpected canvas during the pandemic: skateboards. With no clients to tattoo, he started putting his designs on skateboard decks instead, creating collectible art pieces that blend tattoo techniques with acrylic painting and engraving. Polish-Canadian athlete Dana Głowacka broke the women's world record for the longest plank, holding the position for 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's not just incredible physical strength, that's an insane level of mental toughness. In Zadar, Croatia, there's a one-of-a-kind sea organ that makes music using the movement of the Adriatic waves. Hidden beneath the stone steps leading to the sea, tubes convert the energy of the water into harmonic sounds. Cristiano Ronaldo doesn't just dominate soccer, he dominates social media too. With over 600 million followers, he's the most followed person on all of Instagram. His page mixes sports, family, and luxury, while also promoting perfumes, clothing, and other brands alongside his personal life. The Bac Long Glass Bridge in Son La, Vietnam, is considered the longest of its kind in the world, stretching over 2,000 feet. Suspended between mountains, it lets you walk across a completely transparent surface with nothing but open air below. Hawaii is considered the best place on Earth to see rainbows. Its tropical climate, frequent rain, and bright sun create perfect conditions for single, double, triple, even quadruple rainbows. The mountainous terrain and ocean breeze scatter the light just right, again and again. The Korowai, an indigenous group in Indonesia, build their homes high up in the trees, sometimes nearly 150 feet off the ground. These elevated houses protect them from predators, insect swarms, and frequent flooding. They also believe staying away from the ground keeps evil spirits at bay. On The Simpsons, God is the only character with 5 fingers on each hand. Every other yellow character only has 4. That wasn't an accident. The creators wanted God to stand out as different and superior, even in the show's absurd universe. In the year 2012, Austrian skydiver Felix Baumgartner made history by jumping from the stratosphere at nearly 24 miles up. He broke the sound barrier, hitting 843 miles per hour, becoming the first human ever to do it without a vehicle. Ducks produce a special oil from a gland near the base of their tail. They spread it over their feathers with their beak during daily grooming. This coating works as a natural waterproofing layer, keeping water from soaking into their feathers and helping them stay afloat. The animatronics at Tokyo Disneyland are so realistic, they look like cartoons that walk straight off the screen. They don't just copy the characters' looks, their gestures and movements are recreated with such precision, it's almost unsettling. The Yoto player is an audio device for kids with no screen, no camera, and no microphone. Kids slide in physical cards to play stories, music, podcasts, or educational shows. No ads, and it doesn't need a constant internet connection. Turkish illustrator Yassi Yokusu has a wild signature style. He uses kitchen utensils, knives, and forks to create art. Instead of traditional brushes, he uses these metal tools to make precise strokes and unique textures on paper or canvas. The Yuanyang rice terraces, in China's Yunnan province, stretch across more than 59,000 acres of mountainside, carved out over centuries by the Hani people. Makoko is a floating neighborhood in Lagos Lagoon, Nigeria, often called the Venice of Africa. About 200,000 people live in houses built on wooden stilts over the water. The community survives mainly on fishing, but faces serious challenges: poor infrastructure, lack of basic services, and extreme poverty. President Barack Obama's official portrait was entirely created using 3-dimensional scanning technology. It took 8 high-resolution cameras and over 50 lights from different angles. Processing all that data took 4 days. The result? A hyper-realistic interactive portrait you can view digitally from any angle. Yes, there are people whose job is to eat kibble, and no, they're not dogs. They're professional pet food tasters. These people sample food made for dogs and cats, checking flavor, texture, smell, and nutritional quality, all to make sure it's safe and nutritious. Spanish performer Paul Guerrero developed a one-of-a-kind acrobatic style that mixes gymnastics, balance, and coordination. His act involves flips and complex spins, all performed while balancing on a giant rubber ball. Artist Giovanni Contardi creates celebrity portraits using nothing but Rubik's Cubes. Some pieces take up to 6,000 cubes and 6 months of work to finish. From a distance, his mosaics reveal famous faces with stunning accuracy. At CES 2025, they unveiled the BodyFriend, an advanced AI-powered massage chair. Price tag $20,000. It can train muscles, help with injury rehab, and deliver personalized massages using sensors and futuristic tech. Artist Thomas Deininger creates optical illusions of birds using recycled materials. His pieces only look like recognizable images from one specific angle, proof that trash can become incredible art. In China, the Juniao robot is changing the game in agriculture, specializing in tea harvesting. Packed with AI, cameras, and precision sensors, it identifies the tenderest buds and picks them without damaging the plant. At the Paralympics, blind sprinters compete tethered at the wrist to a guide runner, syncing every step at incredible speeds. The trust between them has to be absolute. The guide tells them when to speed up or slow down and can't cross the finish line before the athlete does. In parts of India, stray dogs have started showing up with blue-tinted fur, caused by pollution from nearby factories dumping toxic waste into the environment. It's not just a color change. These animals are being exposed to chemicals that seriously damage their health. Disc golf works a lot like regular golf, but instead of balls and holes, you throw frisbees into metal baskets with chains. Played on open courses, it's all about precision, strategy, and long-distance throws. Mark Zuckerberg is reportedly building a massive underground bunker on his property in Kauai, Hawaii. Reports say it'll include an access tunnel, a reinforced steel door, and be designed to survive catastrophic events. Rumors point to advanced security tech, self-sustaining zones, and enough space to live in isolation for months. The American blue rabbit is a mysterious breed created in 1917 by a breeder named Louis Salisbury, who never revealed exactly which breeds he used. Experts suspect some of those breeds are now extinct, meaning this rabbit's genetics can never be recreated from scratch. Scientists recently developed a material called nanocurotech that can repair itself. It's made from a special nylon with an inner layer that reacts to heat and friction. If it gets punctured, just rub the damaged area, the fibers bond back together and seal it shut. Pac-Man, released in 1980, has raked in over $25 billion in revenue, making it one of the most profitable games of all time. It's been released on dozens of platforms, from old-school consoles to modern phones. On Lake Titicaca, on the border between Peru and Bolivia, entire communities live on floating islands made of reeds. These islands have to be constantly rebuilt because the reeds rot away over time and the islands would otherwise sink. In India, there's a tourist spot called Magnetic Hill, where cars appear to roll uphill on their own. It's actually an optical illusion, created by the layout of the land and horizon tricking your eyes. The cars look like they're climbing, but they're actually rolling gently downhill. To animate cats realistically in movies and video games, studios use specialized motion capture. Real cats climb, walk, jump, and stretch, while cameras record every move. That data gets turned into digital models that replicate everything from the flick of a tail to a slow blink. In Amsterdam, some bike parking lots are equipped with systems that turn pedaling energy into electricity. Cyclists generate power using rollers connected to generators. That electricity gets stored in batteries and used to light streets or charge nearby devices. In Denmark, sand sculpture festivals draw thousands of visitors every year. Artists use tons of sand to build figures over 30 feet tall, defying gravity and pushing creativity to the limit, everything from historical figures to modern scenes. The Bedlington Terrier might be one of the strangest-looking dog breeds on Earth. With its curly coat and slim frame, it looks more like a sheep than a dog. Originally from the UK, it was bred for hunting and fighting, though you'd never guess it from that adorable face. Home sparkling water makers work using carbon dioxide cartridges that inject bubbles straight into tap water. They come with reusable bottles built to handle the pressure, and they've become a popular, eco-friendly alternative to buying bottled soda. The Temple of Karnak in Luxor, Egypt, is one of the most jaw-dropping religious sites on the planet. Construction began over 4,000 years ago and continued under multiple pharaohs for more than 2,000 years. Inside, you'll find columns reaching nearly 70 feet tall, massive statues and walls covered in hieroglyphics. Kaspersky's real-time cyber attack map shows malware attempts, phishing, hacks, and botnet activity as glowing lines connecting countries across the globe. The platform breaks down where each threat comes from, where it's going, and what type it is, putting the scale of global cybercrime on full display. It sounds strange, but some volcanoes don't erupt lava, they erupt mud. Mud volcanoes happen when underground gases push a mix of water, dirt, and minerals up to the surface. Some can explode violently, hurling hot mud several feet into the air. In countries like Japan, China, and South Korea, it's actually pretty common not to wear deodorant. Why? A widespread genetic trait in the region means many people simply don't produce the substances that cause body odor. Basically, they sweat and just don't smell bad. The Utter Inn in Sweden is a one-of-a-kind hotel designed by artist Mikael Genberg. It looks like a floating cabin on the surface, but hidden underneath is a bedroom submerged 10 feet below the water. The Great Blue Hole, off the coast of Belize, measures about 1,000 feet across and over 400 feet deep. It formed during the last ice age when underground caves collapsed as sea levels rose. Artist Willard Wiggin creates sculptures so tiny they fit on the head of a pin using an eyelash as his paintbrush. Every detail is a miracle of precision and patience. His work can only be seen under a microscope, depicting full figures, animals, and entire scenes invisible to the naked eye. Garlic is China's first cloned cat, created by the company Cinegene. After the original cat died, its owner saved skin cell samples and paid to have it cloned. Scientists implanted the genetic material into an egg cell and grew it inside a surrogate mother. British company Tenfold Engineering reinvented housing with their fold-out home. At first glance, it looks like a basic cube, but press a single button and it unfolds itself in minutes into a full living space, complete with walls, roofs, and rooms. In Japan, aviation and art collided to create the Open Sky, a glider inspired by a vehicle from Studio Ghibli. This futuristic, engine-free aircraft climbs for about 10 minutes, then glides using air currents. Ever wonder where the holes in Swiss cheese come from? During fermentation, certain bacteria break down lactic acid and release carbon dioxide. That gas forms bubbles inside the aging cheese, which pop when it's sliced, leaving the famous holes. Fun fact, modern cheeses actually have fewer holes. The sun is always drawn yellow, but it's actually completely white. Its light contains every color of the visible spectrum, and in space, it shines pure white. Earth's atmosphere scatters sunlight as it passes through. Blue light scatters the most, letting reds and yellows through, especially at sunrise and sunset. Tingui de Bemaraha National Park in Madagascar is covered in massive limestone spikes, carved by erosion over millions of years. In Malagasy, Tsingy means where you can't walk barefoot. These razor-sharp rock formations create a natural maze so dangerous. In Vietnam, a dog named Diu went viral for looking exactly like a cat. Pointy ears, a feline-looking face, and soft fur have confused thousands of people online. In reality, he's a hybrid between a short-legged dingo and a local breed. In Sopot, Poland, there's a building that looks like it came straight out of a fairy tale. The crooked house was designed by architects Sotinski and Zaleski, inspired by children's book illustrations. The walls ripple, the windows are crooked, and the roof looks like it's melting. It might look unstable, but it's fully functional, home to shops, cafes, and offices. In Sichuan, China, hundreds of diners gathered to enjoy the world's largest hot pot. The massive pot, several feet across, held thousands of gallons of broth packed with meat, vegetables, and spices. Opal is a mineraloid prized for its one-of-a-kind sparkle. Its amorphous structure bends light in spectacular ways, flashing red, green, and blue, making it incredibly valuable in jewelry. No two opals are ever the same, which makes each one truly one of a kind. The corpse flower is one of the biggest and smelliest flowers on Earth. It only blooms for a few days every several years, releasing a smell of rotting flesh to attract flies and other insects that help it pollinate. In New Zealand, a couple found a 17-pound tuber in their garden and thought they'd found the world's biggest potato. They named it Doug, and it became a local celebrity, showing up in news stories and all over social media. But Guinness rejected the record after a DNA test revealed it wasn't a potato at all, it was actually a gourd. Doug's fame? Completely unaffected. A prison in Brazil swapped its guard dogs for geese. And surprisingly, it worked great. Geese are extremely territorial, sound off loudly at any intruder, and don't scare easily. Plus, they're cheaper to feed and need zero special training. Professional divers organize an underwater poker game in the Gulf of Aqaba. They use special waterproof cards and carefully manage their oxygen tanks the whole time. The game was recorded as a one-of-a-kind sporting and recreational feat. Vienna hosts the Timber Sports World Trophy, where 16 international athletes go head-to-head in wood-cutting events using axes and saws. These lumberjacks show off raw power, technique, and speed, sending wood chips flying in spectacular duels. Belgian tattoo artist Indy Vogt is known for working on the body's strangest spots. He does hand-poke tattoos, no machines in places like eyelids, and even the roof of the mouth. Cypriot dancer Aristotelis Ballas broke a record so wild you have to see it to believe it. Dancing with 319 cups balanced on his head, that smashed the previous record of 270. He's been doing this style of dance since 1995, and at 65 years old, he decided to chase the impossible. In Japan, books are sold wrapped in paper covers, and it's not just decoration, it's all about privacy. The cover keeps strangers from seeing what you're reading on the train or in public. It's a small detail that says a lot about Japan's deep respect for personal space. New York-based artist Yasmin uses yeast and bacteria to create living artwork that evolves over time. She grows microorganisms on canvases and organic materials, producing shifting colors and textures that can last up to 6 months. It's where science meets art, pushing biology itself into the role of creative medium. An elephant at the London Zoo has been wowing crowds by painting live canvases. Guided by her keepers, she holds brushes with her trunk and creates colorful strokes that get auctioned off to support conservation and animal welfare programs. The climbing perch, native to Southeast Asia, has a special organ called a labyrinth that lets it breathe air directly. Thanks to this adaptation, it can survive out of water for up to 6 days in humid conditions. It even moves across land using its fins, climbing slanted surfaces to find food or new places to live. Artist Roman Boutin turns ordinary coins into miniature sculptures using precision tools, engravings, and tiny gears. He's made everything from insects with articulated wings to hearts with working internal mechanisms. Every coin is hand-carved, and many even have moving parts, taking the craft to an insane level of detail. When a cat's eyes glow in the dark, it's not magic, it's biology. Cats have a special layer behind the retina called the tapetum lucidum, which acts like a mirror, bouncing light back through the eye and giving them a second shot at seeing in low light. That chubby white tire mascot you've seen in tire ads, his name is Bibendum. He was created back in 1898 by the Michelin brothers, and he's one of the oldest advertising mascots in the world. His name comes from the Latin phrase nunc est bibendum, meaning now is the time to drink. In Cancun, Mexico, the underwater museum of art known as Musa is home to sunken sculptures designed to help coral grow. Created by international artists, these sculptures double as marine habitats, letting visitors explore art while supporting the ecosystem at the same time. The Itha Undersea Restaurant at the Conrad Maldives Rongali Island offers one seriously unique dining experience. Sitting beneath the Indian Ocean, diners enjoy panoramic views of marine life while eating gourmet meals. The glass walls create a peaceful setting where you can watch the ocean and its creatures in their natural habitat. The Van de Graaff generator is one of science's most jaw-dropping machines. It builds up a massive static electric charge strong enough to repel light objects and make your hair stand completely on end. It's been a go-to teaching tool for showing how electric charges actually affect objects. Artist Kevin Champagny from Long Island, New York, builds massive mosaics out of thousands of individual mini sculptures. He starts by designing tiny molded pieces, then arranges them into huge, jaw-dropping compositions. Each piece can take months to finish and require tens of thousands of individual parts. Giant panda caretakers work shifts longer than 12 hours a day. Their job includes prepping fresh bamboo-based diets, monitoring health, cleaning enclosures, and keeping the pandas active. Many even sleep on-site during certain seasons to care for newborn cubs. In Australia, a drone caught stunning footage of a massive school of salmon swimming in circles along the coast. This isn't random, it's a defense strategy against predators like sharks and dolphins. By swimming in sync in a circular formation, the fish create chaos that makes it harder for predators to strike. A European company develops special noise-canceling headphones for dogs. They're built to dial down intense sounds like fireworks or thunderstorms, with soft, durable materials designed to fit comfortably over canine ears. On the island of Socotra, known as the Island of Dragons, there's a tree called the Dragon's Blood Tree, shaped like an inverted umbrella. When cut, it oozes a deep red resin that local communities have used for centuries as dye, medicine, and varnish. There's a Rubik's Cube so brutal it can take up to 3 hours to solve. It changes color depending on the angle you look at it, throwing off even the experts. They call it the impossible cube, and honestly, it's less of a puzzle and more of a mental workout. Back in 1951, William Albee invented Rologon tires, built to handle brutal terrain like snow, sand, and mud. These oversized, low-pressure tires spread the vehicle's weight more evenly across the ground. The result? Vehicles that don't sink into soft surfaces. In Seville, Spain, a bar tested out a robotic bartender called BR Card. This robot pours beer completely contact-free, blending Spain's beloved tradition of grabbing a cold one with cutting-edge technology. Publisher Mina Lima released a special edition of Harry Potter packed with interactive illustrations and pop-up elements on nearly every page. Reading becomes a magical, hands-on experience, letting fans physically interact with details from the world of Hogwarts. In Hida, Furukawa, Japan, the canals are so clean that koi fish swim freely through them. It's a symbol of purity and harmony with nature, proof that cleanliness breeds respect for the environment. In Brazil, marble racing has become its own unique sport, combining skill, strategy, and speed. Glass marbles roll down obstacle-filled tracks, testing both racers and spectators. Success comes down to the marble's weight and speed, plus how precisely the track is built. The Leidenfrost effect is a fascinating phenomenon that happens when water drops hit an extremely hot surface. Instead of evaporating instantly, the droplets glide and spin on a layer of vapor, almost floating in place. It looks like the water is defying physics itself. Since the year 2005, camel racing in Qatar and other Middle Eastern countries changed forever. The jockeys are now remote-controlled robots. The animals are better cared for, and the races are just as thrilling as ever. AI just took a wild leap forward, turning kids' car drawings into actual working toys. Using advanced algorithms, the AI interprets a child's drawing and transforms it into a real, scaled-down model. Stop-motion animation takes insane amounts of patience. Every scene is built by moving puppets bit by bit and snapping a photo after each tiny adjustment, turning every single frame into its own tiny work of art. Just 1 second of footage can take between 12 and 24 individual photos. In Shenzhen, China, public wireless chargers double as benches to sit and relax on. While your phone charges, built-in screens, play ads, and local content, comfort, and entertainment, all in one spot. Seahorses have an insane visual trick. They can move each eye independently in completely opposite directions. One eye can look forward while the other looks backward, giving them a huge edge in spotting both prey and predators at the same time. The Unity 1 is an eco-friendly electric car designed in Sweden, lightweight, with room for just 2 people. Built from sustainable materials and assembled with an efficient process that cuts emissions right from production. It's incredibly light and sips very little energy. The Institut La Rosey in Switzerland is the most expensive school on the planet, with annual tuition running around $120,000. This exclusive boarding school educates the children of royals, billionaires, and celebrities. Students live in mansions with access to private ski slopes. The Alicia sea slug can do something straight out of science fiction. It can separate its head from its body and grow an entirely new body from the neck up. Yes, really. It's one of nature's most extreme survival tricks, a creature that can completely renew itself from scratch. In the Arizona desert, you'll find the Wave, one of the most jaw-dropping rock formations on Earth. Famous for its vibrant, swirling stripes of color, it was shaped by wind and mineral buildup over thousands of years. Motorola teamed up with Swarovski to create the MotoBuds Loop wireless earbuds that blend tech with luxury. They're encrusted with Swarovski crystals, designed to look like trendy hoop earrings while functioning as full headphones, complete with spatial audio, clear call microphones, and sound tech developed with Bose. In California, someone built a Lego replica of the battleship USS Missouri, measuring over 90 feet long. This insane build shows just how far Lego bricks can go in recreating complex structures. 4 German college students pulled off something incredible: the world's largest game of Tetris played on a 15-story building. They turned the entire campus facade into a giant gaming screen using LED lights controlled by software. Pieces fell in real time, and players controlled them from the ground below. Nearsightedness is rising at an alarming rate worldwide, especially among kids. The main culprit? Not enough sunlight exposure. Spending too much time indoors staring at screens reduces natural dopamine production in the retina, the chemical that regulates eye growth. Content creators Evan and Caitlin built the world's largest functional laptop. The final result: a screen over 45 inches wide, weighing about 110 pounds, with 3 separate batteries. Despite its massive size, it works perfectly playing videos and running programs just like a normal laptop. Some modern power saws come with a safety feature straight out of science fiction. If the blade detects contact with human skin, it retracts in under 5 milliseconds. It works using an electrical signal that senses the conductivity of the human body the moment skin touches the blade. The brakes slam on instantly. The phoenix is a legendary creature found in Greek, Egyptian, and Chinese mythology. Its most powerful symbol is eternal renewal. When it dies, it bursts into flames and rises again from its own ashes. It represents immortality, transformation, and rising above pain. The Grail GeoPress is an outdoor water bottle that purifies water in just 8 seconds. It removes viruses, bacteria, heavy metals, and other contaminants, making it a lifesaver in the wild or during emergencies. It works like a French press, just push down, and the water filter's clean. The town of Santa Claus, Indiana, gets thousands of letters addressed to Santa every single year. Since the middle of the 20th century, local volunteers have answered every one of them from their own holiday-themed post office. Throughout December, the whole town lights up with decorations, festive events, and a giant Santa statue. In Japan, Ikoma Mountain Amusement Park sits on a hill with sweeping views of the mountain it's named after, giving visitors stunning panoramas while they enjoy the rides. The sunset views alone are a show worth the trip. Comfort Town in Kyiv is a residential complex built right on top of an old industrial zone. It's made up of 180 buildings of different heights, painted in bold yellows, blues, oranges, and greens. The result is what's known as an architectural rainbow, a striking contrast against the gray tones typical of Soviet-era cities. In Pakistan, some communities transport cooking gas in massive plastic bags. The bags get filled at informal stations, then hauled home by motorcycle or truck. It's cheaper than metal tanks, but compressed gas in plastic bags comes with zero safety protections. A new fashion trend has people wearing earrings shaped like flies, and they're disturbingly realistic. These pieces recreate the insect's body, wings, and legs in incredible detail, using resin, metal, and crystals. People either love them or can't stand them. The pygmy marmoset is a tiny primate from Brazil, maxing out at under 20 inches long. Its gray fur helps it blend into the rainforest canopy, where it feeds on insects, nectar, and small fruits. Right now, it's endangered due to rapid deforestation across the Amazon. The infinity dodecahedron lamp is a decorative piece that combines mirrors and LED lights to create a mesmerizing visual effect. Its structure is a 12-sided shape, with each face covered in one-way mirrors that multiply the reflections of the lights inside endlessly. In the United States, someone is raising a Bengal tiger they adopted as a cub, and it now eats about 22 pounds of meat a day. These endangered cats typically weigh over 440 pounds as adults. Raising one in a home environment is hugely controversial. In the city of Changsha, there's a themed store where every single product is giant-sized. Visitors find French fries several feet long, massive cookies, and oversized versions of everyday food. The whole place has become a tourist attraction, built entirely from hyper-realistic sculptures. Honduran white bats have mastered an incredible survival skill, building their own leaf tents. Using their feet and teeth, they cut and fold large heliconia leaves into little green shelters that protect them during the day. It's an impressive feat of engineering, and with sunlight filtering through the leaves, their white fur turns green, perfectly camouflaging them from predators. Drone light painting has become a wild new form of art. Drones equipped with LED lights create patterns and shapes mid-air, letting artists literally draw across the sky using the drone's movements to trace out spectacular figures. The neutrino energy cube is a groundbreaking technology aiming to generate electricity from the radiation of subatomic particles, called neutrinos. Unlike solar or wind power, it doesn't depend on weather conditions, meaning it could run non-stop anywhere on Earth. A Vietnamese craftsman built a wooden vehicle based on a design generated by artificial intelligence, blending traditional craftsmanship with cutting-edge tech. The AI optimized the vehicle's structure, while the wood gave it a unique, organic touch. In New Zealand, an emperor penguin named Happy Feet was found over 1,800 miles from his natural habitat, in rough shape after swallowing sand. Local caretakers rescued him and nursed him back to health. Once he recovered, they released him back into the ocean near his home. Animatronics specialist Danny Jen builds robotic vehicles and characters so realistic they look straight out of a movie. One of his most viral projects, a modified Hummer H1 with robotic tech that lets it move entirely on its own. Electronics, remote control, and cinematic design all combine to create something straight out of science fiction. In the year 2020, Amazon unveiled the Ring Always Home Cam, a flying home security drone. Equipped with cameras and sensors, it can fly around your entire property, providing non-stop surveillance. Connected to your other smart home devices, it offers a whole new level of remote monitoring. The portable clothes steamer is a compact device that gets rid of wrinkles, no iron, no ironing board needed. It blasts hot steam into the fabric fibers, relaxing them until they're smooth in just seconds. Perfect for travel since it barely takes up any space. In Japan, a penguin couple at the Tokyo Zoo went viral for adopting a rock and treating it like an egg. The keepers were so moved by how dedicated the pair was incubating and caring for that rock, exactly like a real egg, that they decided to give them an actual egg of their own. The 3-in-1 velvet sofa bed is a multifunctional piece of furniture that easily transforms into a chair, a couch, or a bed. It comes with side storage for magazines, remotes, or blankets, perfect for apartments and studios. The velvet finish gives it a soft, stylish look, while the included cushions add extra comfort. At Gripsholm Castle in Sweden, you'll find one of the strangest taxidermy animals in the world, an 18th century stuffed lion that became famous for being a total disaster. The taxidermists had never actually seen a real lion, so they stuffed the body based on vague descriptions and bad drawings, and the result looks nothing like a lion. Michael Motion is a contact juggling artist, but his balls don't fly through the air. They roll smoothly across his hands, arms, and body. His routines include shapes like triangles, with multiple silicone balls bouncing and gliding across tables in perfect sync. Luma just dropped a tool called MFF Video, capable of changing clothes, backgrounds, lighting, even entire people in real video clips up to 10 seconds long. It's a total game changer for editing, pulling off realistic transformations without green screens or complicated visual effects. A new trend has taken over the internet: AI-generated ASMR videos showing fruits, planets, and impossible objects being sliced open. The hypnotic mix of cutting sounds and surreal visual transformations has created an entire new genre of content, and people can't stop watching. Pastry chef Amaury Guichon is famous for his jaw-dropping chocolate sculptures of sea creatures, crafted with insane precision and detail. Watching him build these creatures is a show all on its own. Back in 1990, a young Lamborghini owner tried cooking meat using the heat from his car's exhaust. The engine wasn't built for that kind of abuse, and it suffered major mechanical damage. The repair bill came close to $80,000. In China, there's a massive machine called the SLJ 900 that builds bridges without any cranes. It stretches over 295 feet long and places giant concrete beams like they're toy blocks. It moves along the pillars, installs each section, and keeps going, all without stopping traffic underneath. It cuts construction time and cost dramatically. The Ehang 216 is an innovative autonomous electric aircraft developed in China for urban transport. It carries 2 passengers and can travel up to 22 miles on a single charge. No human pilot required. It flies itself using automated navigation systems and multiple electric rotors. Back in the 1890s, someone invented a device that peeled apples with insane efficiency. A mechanism spun the fruit while a sharp blade peeled off the skin in one perfect continuous spiral. Fireproof and waterproof safes are built with materials that can withstand extreme heat and stay sealed even during floods. Many come with digital keypads for password access, and some models even include interior pouches to keep things organized. Artist Julia Claire carved a wooden heart with shocking realism. Using chisels, she shaped every cavity and chamber. In Italy, there's a tradition called the Milanese aperitivo. where bars offer free food buffets with the purchase of a drink. Known as aperitivo or apericena, it can completely replace dinner. The custom has been around since the 1980s and has since spread to other cities across Italy and Europe. The robotic window cleaner uses powerful suction to stick to vertical surfaces and move on its own, wiping away dust and grime as it goes. It works on windows, mirrors, and even tile, cutting out the need for ladders or any physical effort. Some models even come with remote controls or smartphone apps. USB rechargeable portable fans have become everyday must-haves. They come with multiple speed settings to control airflow, and some models even include warm lights, doubling as a lamp for outdoor workspaces. In the Atacama Desert, after rare heavy rains, the dry, barren land suddenly bursts into a sea of colorful flowers, a visual miracle that lasts just a few weeks. Known as the flowering desert, this phenomenon happens when unusual rainfall wakes up dormant seeds buried in the soil. The Tarmo 4 is a high-performance remote control car built using 3D printing. Printing all the parts can take several days, but the payoff is an incredibly agile, jaw-dropping machine. 3D printing lets every piece be custom-made with extreme precision, pushing the model's performance to the next level. There's a sport called combattling that mixes juggling with combat. The goal: keep your clubs spinning in the air while knocking your opponent's clubs out of theirs. The coordination and strategy involved are brutal, and it's incredibly fun to watch. In the United States, one bizarre game mixes pool, roulette, and robot vacuums. Players bet on a ball, and a robot vacuum has to knock it into a pocket. The Planiform is a smart indoor garden that uses nutrient-rich mist to feed plants, helping them grow fast and healthy. No soil, no mess, no hassle. It's the perfect futuristic setup for anyone who wants fresh veggies year-round. In Italy, a robot called Roboter carves marble sculptures with millimeter-level precision, recreating techniques used by the great masters of the Renaissance but with modern tools. And this is all. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Zarpado facts.